Welcome back. Ha 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 ha. This is Reap What You Sow, CritsNCantrips adaptation of a Pathfinder First Edition module, Reap What You Sow.
In 2E.
Should have named it something else. But yeah, we're playing it in second edition. We're playing a little Pathfinder second edition. It is a short module that Paizo wrote a while back for kind of a Halloween themed adventure. So in that spirit, we'll ask everyone, are you more of a thrills or chills entertainer? Do you want things to scare you, or do you want them to be like thrilling? You like if you're talking about like movies or entertainment for Halloween time, would you rather be afraid or would you rather just be excited?
You start.
Yeah, okay. I feel like if you look at me, you can tell I'm a big tough guy, right? Like I'm pretty scary to be around,
Mm-hmm.
And I want to surprise people by saying I have a much gentler side. I don't like to be scared. I feel like scary movies are generally very scary, and then I can't sleep at night. So I would say thrills for sure. I think that scary movies are watchable as long as there's more story than there is like jump scares. Like if there's like something to follow along with, I'll watch it. But then if it starts to get to be where it's just like they're just showing you terrifying monsters and throwing them out of the screen at you every 5 seconds, then I'm just like, that's all I'm gonna think about every time I close my eyes for the next year and a half. So it's unfortunate.
I'm gonna go thrills, but it's got to be supernatural in some way.
Mm,
Got to have. There's got to be some sort of unrealistic standard to the scariness. Like it's got to
okay.
be. It's got to be. Jason doesn't die and has superpowers, or it is a alien from space. Like it's got to be that kind of scary.
Spoilers.
No, they don't even go over that in
When
the
did,
movies. That's just from the book,
that's
apparently.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's spoilers for the book. It's only
Yeah.
like 40 years old.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna try and look it up. How old is?
They go into it in the movie, in the second one.
Yeah.
Do they?
Oh
Like
yeah,
that he's an
There's
alien
that
from
kid that-
space.
yeah,
Yeah.
he stayed the whole time and didn't forget about it and was like researching the whole time. And then
Okay. I mean, I watched it.
super
I
into
guess
it.
I only watched it once, but maybe I don't remember them specifically stating that.
You're too scared by the scary parts.
Yeah,
It
it was
wasn't.
too
It was,
spooky.
the ending was so dumb. It was so good. It was so meta.
Yeah, well, it's Stephen King. It's not gonna be a good ending.
Yeah.
Touche.
All right, so Dylan has a strong opinion. Dylan's going next.
I like to be scared if possible.
Okay.
I like the Evil Dead Rise series, or I guess there's Evil Dead, but Evil Dead Rise was the newest and it was really good. But I also do like the thrills. So like it is really good because it is like a good story and then is also really spooky at parts. So yeah, I like the balance. But I'm not afraid of the scares if they come. Although I don't like gore as much. Like Saw
Okay.
doesn't really do it
That's
for me.
fair.
I'm not really in
That's
it for like big slashes and stuff.
If they
Yeah.
go so chaotic that it's clearly like a joke and funny, sometimes gore is okay. Wow, when Brendan's not there and it locks into the. Okay,
He's-
never mind. I thought it just happened because you stepped away.
That's-
Go ahead.
Should this be how we do the whole session?
Yeah, I'll do main screen. if you want me to do that.
Welcome.
But like, what was the new one? It was the alien, or not the alien, the vampire girl, Abigail, had like an ungodly amount of gore in it, but to the point where it was just like, funny. Oh, I think someone's watching me on stream. Dalton. All right, popcorning to Nicholas. Even though it wasn't my turn, it was Dylan's turn. Sorry, Dylan. I just took back over and extended upon you.
No, I feel like I was done talking.
Okay.
I am more of a scared person. I would rather be scared than be thrilled. Although I am going to Halloween Haunt this weekend at Worlds of Fun. So a little bit of both. But yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. Do they do the thing at Halloween Haunt where they run at you with like the things on their legs and arms so they can like glide across the ground and shit?
Yeah, they've got like the like, I almost want to call them like skater attachments.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
like just the knee pads and the elbow pads, and then they have like loud like snappers and things that they throw at you
Yeah.
when to make noises and whatever. So yeah, hopefully that happens to me.
I got to
Hopefully.
work there 1 year. It's really fun.
This will probably be my second or third time. It's my third time going. So
And now you live right over. I mean, no, you don't.
I'm close.
Reap what you sow.
Good job.
I'm just trying to create the ambiance for everybody
You're
here.
killing it. Yeah, it was in your notes, right?
That's
Ominous.
That's right. That's right.
Remind everyone how ominous it is. Who's
Yeah,
next?
my headset was dead. My headset is now back.
Oh,
I
no.
probably missed probably a good 5-10 minutes.
Do you like to be thrilled or scared more? It's your turn now. Like you
Thrilled.
Like thrilled? Okay. All right. That was my answer too.
Okay, sweet.
Good answer.
Yeah,
Justin,
straight into the point.
Michael?
I like to be thrilled.
Yeah, mine would probably be. I like to be thrilled, I guess, but like I like scary things to me. So, like I hate clowns, so it freaks me out. But also, it has plot to it. Like I don't like
Mhm.
the, like we mentioned Saw movies and stuff like that. So, like I will avoid those, but I do like scary, just not gory.
Valid.
I think that leaves me. I like being scared, honestly. I mean, a thriller movie, like a suspenseful movie, is usually like too much. But like a nice horror movie where it's just like a little spooky, a little scary, maybe makes it a little hard to sleep at night, that's pretty fun.
All right.
Brendan has a hard
Thomas,
time
can you hear
saying
us?
I was gonna say.
Yes.
Okay.
Getting
You are the
my video
last to arrive. But the current
Surprise.
question is:
Perfect timing.
Are you?
Not
Do you
really.
like being thrilled or scared more for the holiday season?
Thrilled or scared?
Yeah,
What?
like if you're gonna watch a movie for Halloween, would you rather it be like suspenseful, or would you rather it be like actually scary, like these ghosts are going to kill you? Sleep.
I think when it comes to movie, I prefer more of like the horror, scary type movie. Yeah, I don't think I like thrillers, suspense very much, just because like you never know when it's gonna happen, and like, that's the point. Like that's the point of the movie. Like you never know what's gonna happen, and then
It's a major
jumps
piece.
out
Yeah.
and gets you. But yeah, I kind of hate that. So
All right.
I'll go with scary. Although to be fair, I don't really watch a ton of scary movies to begin with.
All right.
Because
now
I already have
know-
enough unnatural stress in my life. I don't need more fabricated like stress response in my body.
Is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island a horror or a thriller?
Yes.
I would say it's a horror.
Classic.
That's right.
I watched it.
I will
Yeah,
watch
it's
that.
So good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Solid thriller.
Solid thriller. They probably play Thriller at one point during it, you know? I'm sure they do.
I don't think that's one with the Hex Girls in it, so I care less about it.
That's true. It's not.
Gotta
I
watch.
can't remember their names, but it's got the two.
Scooby-Doo
girls.
and the Witch's Ghost.
Witch's Ghost.
Yes.
Yeah. Witch's Ghost
That's
comes
the-
after.
That's the one that introduces the Hex Girls.
Yeah.
And then the Hex Girls come back at the big concert in
Australia.
Scooby-Doo and the Yowie Yahoo,
I watched that one
Mm-hmm,
recently
that one
too.
in Australia.
which is about Australian vampires.
Uh-huh. The Yowie Yahoo.
It's exactly what you think it would
And rock
be.
concerts.
That's right. The two scariest things you could possibly put together.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the concert that I just went to. So
Yeah,
Chaperone's a
Rock
scary
concert.
rock
Australian vampires?
that's right.
Or Australian.
yeah, Australian vampires and rock.
Was that the opening act? The Yowie Yahoos?
No, well, no, I shouldn't say that.
Oh god, now I gotta look up who the video.
This is on air. All right, this is live.
No, her openers were drag queens. They were local drag queens.
Oh,
So a little Yahoo-ish. Got it.
A little, yeah, blah, 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 yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they were local though.
Yeah, there you go.
They were local, so they were not Australian. They were Midwestern American.
There's similarities.
You Australian? I thought you American.
I understood the reference.
All right.
Got you. Well,
Alrighty. Well, I suppose everyone that's watching us came here for a Pathfinder game, and we really can't afford to disappoint our 4 fans.
yeah, we're really
So
financially dependent on this series.
that's right. And it's all of us have quit our jobs starting today, and we're going to be
Why'd you put
streaming
that
this
one,
once a week for the next 4 weeks. But we will be missing next week because I'll be out of town. It's not a great start. I understand. You understand. But okay, I do have the map up, map tools, and I do have Bardify up with some cemetery theme by Bardify. I said Bardify twice. I think a jukebox is on. It's from Bardify though.
Oh, I was very confused. I was like, is this a new
Our
link?
sponsors. Oh, that's better. If I have the screen, if there's something bright on the screen, you can see me better.
You can. That is good.
There's like a moderate amount of. I need like a lamp in this room because I can only either do the
Like a
light
purple
completely
lamp?
on or the light completely off. Purple
You
lamp.
need
would
a-
be
You
cool.
only look kind of sickly with that computer light.
That's perfect. We're not getting many people based on my attractiveness alone. Maybe one, maybe 2 people.
I think
not
there's
very many.
55 people that just aren't logged in that are here for you.
Right now.
Yeah.
Better here for me.
The Russian
Oh,
bots,
that's-
but they're still here. So
I was gonna say that does make me feel a little better
good.
Do they still
Okay.
count towards the follower count to affiliate?
If they follow.
if they follow. We have to get the Russian
Exactly.
bots. We have to convince them that there's something worth following here. Last time we started out the adventurers. I don't know if we have a name for your group yet. We should really spend a lot of time coming up with a name. But there's an interesting group of people that descended upon Woods Edge Lodge in Western Galt to take a quest from the venture captain Elisa. There's a crew. There's a minotaur, a couple of ghouls and goblins, a Tengu. We got quite a group of people here, and some other folks that may be here for less than savory reasons. But all of you decided that the best thing to do in this situation was to help out the Pathfinders and sort of rekindling a relationship or making contact with this Pathfinder agent that goes by the name of
Armalite.
Armaline. Yep, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's the name of the episode.
Armaline is somewhere in the far off village of Rosehaven. And it's the perfect time for you to go visit because Rosehaven is about to have their annual Festival of Forgiveness called Mercy Light. So what is it, 7 of you set off on this quest. You traveled upriver. You got to know each other pretty well. Traveled upriver for about 10 days on a raft, on a barge that the Pathfinder paid for. Sent you to the town of Rosehaven, and you guys arrived shortly after dawn on the day of this festival here.
If I could
Go for it.
interrupt real quick, I was just gonna say that on the journey, I think that you guys might not get to know Madras very well, because he's gonna keep to himself for the most part. Kind of like sit on the rear of the boat, not really help out with chores and things like that, just kind of doing his own thing, occasionally fiddling with something in his hands that he'll hide quickly if anyone comes over to talk to him. Just kind of what he was doing during the trip.
An air of mystery surrounds this one.
That's what we should call
I will,
ourselves.
I will say somewhat the same thing about Nagelbon. Or, what was his name? Gribnar. Gribnar.
Yeah, that's it.
Nagelbon's his last name.
Gotcha.
The same thing. He kind of somewhat does the same thing. He still like listens to everybody else chattering, maybe chimes in here or there, but for the most part, just like stares off to the left side of the boat, just kind of dead because he is dead.
He just ties
Excellent.
a rope around his waist and jumps off into the river and just like lets the boat drag him along.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to breathe. I don't know why you're here.
Pull me aboard when we get there.
So maybe you don't get to know each other very well on this quest. I think I would imagine with this particular group of individuals, this is probably the first time that most of you have met. And the venture captain was like, we put out an all call, right? We mentioned this last time. It's like it was any all hands on deck situation. A team didn't make it, so you guys are it. You go in and no, but it doesn't sound like there would be that much danger associated with this mission, but it is Galt, and anything can happen at any time. So, the land of revolution.
Best to, he probably won't be, like trying to, he's not like Mr. Friendly, but he'll try to make conversation every now and then. Telling his stories of, adventures that he's been on.
I don't really know how Perseus would act. Oh no. Did I die? Oh no.
No, seem a little, a little crazier than they actually are. But yeah.
He's putting in the effort.
Yeah.
He's trying to get to know his comrades in arms.
Yeah, a little bit. Not he knows that it's not going to be buddies right away, but at least trying to make it to where we're not total strangers.
That's right. So I'll give you guys an idea of what the city looks like again. It's a small village, and it's very much rural Galt out here. So it's surrounded by farms. You could probably go miles in every direction and just see like farmland, or just wilderness. But they do have a temple of Shellen, like the goddess of beauty.
That's A4.
A1.
A1, okay.
They've got some gardens and obviously some plots of land here for use for farming. There's a larger A4 is like a council building. And then there's A5 is the inn, the Silver Flute Inn. And then there's the village square. There's a couple of larger houses. Off to the west, back where you guys landed, is like the dock market. Is like where they kind of have like a market on the weekends, and it's like it's adjacent to a fishery. Most of the people here make their livings either fishing the river or farming, the good land next to the river. So you're not going to meet a lot of extremely well learned people here. And for the most part, everyone will kind of keep to themselves. You can tell when you arrive that they are making preparations for this festival. There is a cart that is drawn by a mule that is unloading gourds of various shapes and sizes, pumpkin squashes, different things for people to carve. They're dragging out hay bales for everyone to sit on. And there's like maybe some festive streamers and banners being hung up. But
do any of these gourds are like people size? Could someone hide inside these gourds?
probably not that large, for the most
tiny.
part. Those would be,
Just
yeah,
gonna mark that one off.
yeah. But no, that's. I know who likes thrills and who likes being afraid. So I'll try to incorporate that within the game.
He definitely won't use that to get to his advantage.
That's right. But so everybody's kind of keeping themselves. They kind of, scowl at the outsiders as they kind of come into the town, and I think they kind of like clear the way and kind of don't make any effort to come up and speak to you. But you have a letter of introduction. If you do meet Armaline, it explains who you are and what your mission is there, and they also pointed you towards that inn, the Silver Flute Tavern.
Maybe we go to the inn first, drop our stuff off.
Silver Flute Inn, I guess.
Silver Flute.
Yeah.
Drop our stuff off and do a classic talk to the owner, the bartender, the barkeeper, whatever, and see if they know where this Armaline might be, maybe.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a deep country accent was what I was going through with my undead minotaur.
Is that what you're doing?
I was trying to. It wasn't too country,
Okay.
but
Oh, that's what you were doing. Oh.
I wouldn't say I was an expert in accents by any mean. But old Perseus here thinks we should head on down to the inn and see if we can't get checked in. I checked in online about an hour ago, so we should be good to head on in and drop our stuff off and see if we can't find this Armaline character.
Sure.
I think we should talk to some town people.
Excellent. You seem just the type to do that. Very charismatic.
Get to know the locals.
This on the line is just like a string that you can like keep pulling, and then it like rotates around and goes back to the beginning. So you put a note on it, so like we're coming, and then they just keep rotating.
I pulled the line faster.
Yeah, pulled the line all the way in. They're like, oh, they're coming.
It's connected to every inn in the country.
Checked in online.
Yeah, I checked it on the line.
I checked it on the line. Oh my. We've got an interesting group gathered here, folks.
They didn't have
We
technology,
ought to see.
That's
right.
Done.
They did not have technology. That's exactly how it was done back in the day. I think that
Yeah.
phones, quickly fell out of favor.
The land of Galt. It's the revolutions that keep setting them back.
Yep. Yeah, so it is possible to go to the inn if that's what you guys want to do first.
That's
Yeah,
where
I
the
think.
people are.
Yeah.
There's
Go to
bound
the
to
inn,
be people
go
there, right?
check in.
What time is it?
Yeah.
We decided morning, right?
Yeah, it's early morning.
Didn't Armaline also stay at the inn before she somehow commandeered her own house in the town square?
It's possible. They may have taken her in.
So we could
ask the innkeep.
I kind of see what you're putting down there. Let me see. I'll go ahead and throw you guys. We'll put you on a mappity map.
Hell yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Oh boy!
Oh my god, there's combat in the inn?
Right.
Never.
Rip.
Yeah, never exactly.
It's a pretty wild inn,
Oh yeah?
Wild and
from what I've heard.
All right, let's see if I bothered to make any kind of. Oh, that'll work. Oh, okay.
That good, eh?
We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see if. I think last time we were having trouble with you guys being able to see everything, so hopefully everything is flowing smoothly this time. But let's see. The innkeeper's name.
Should we be loading to a map, or are you uploading a map?
I'm working on it.
Okay, just make sure.
Innkeeper's name is Ivy.
Ivy.
Okay.
I-V-Y or I-V-E-Y?
Yes.
Spell it however you feel it in your heart.
No, that should be your first.
EYEVEY.
Really?
EFF.
Yes. My name is Yev.
My name, yes. That's how it is. Oh, silver flute and loaded up.
Ah! Oh, sorry.
It is black.
Dark. Can't see anything.
Mine's still loading. It's almost there, but
It flashed for a second.
Yeah, I think you're moving.
The
slow.
unknown. The scariest thing.
Yeah, this is the scariest map yet.
Step out into the unknown.
But
Let's see. Where did we decide
Keeps flashing.
those settings were last time where we couldn't get?
I think you were the only one who could see them, so I don't think we can help you out too much.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, it's a black screen for me after it loaded.
All right, let's see. That didn't do
There we
anything.
go. Now we can see each other. We'll just
Can you?
imagine a space. No, we're just using our markers.
Okay.
Where are you?
I'm over here.
Where? I don't see you.
No.
Okay.
Boy, the
I
frame rate of these
see.
makes it impossible to read while you're trying to move around.
This is fine.
This is great.
I
Can't you guys
clearly
just
see
imagine
names.
an inn? There's a beautiful inn here. I don't know why you guys are having so much trouble.
Just describe it to us, Brendan.
Yeah, this is D&D. What the hell? We don't need no map.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind, exactly.
That's right.
But now we're too invested.
Sure.
Just
Share the joy this holiday season.
Just like feel like it'll probably be easier. Oh, maybe nobody has. Did I not pick?
Do you not assign us our characters?
I thought that some people have a sign, I guess, and some people I do not.
Wow. Tell us who you do and who you don't. Oh, I really struggle to get that sentence out. Who you do and who
Tell us who you
Just say your
do.
character has a stutter.
Who you, where you are when you're not.
You.
Everybody should have a character assigned. Do I have?
If it matters, I had changed my character from Elnat to Bestic. I don't know if that will have changed anything on the tokens.
No, you should be good in that sense. Let me see. Was it a server setting last time? Gosh, I just don't remember. I know we had this issue when I started another game. I went to a new.
Thank you, Dalton.
Alright, well, let's just see. Because we need somewhere it needs to say that your tokens can reveal. Tools. Tokens reveal Fog of War.
Should I make the stream your screen, Brendan? Just like your face, locked in, focused?
Yeah, just really focus on this.
It's you and me now.
Okay, it's a server setting, so I'm going to temporarily disconnect everyone.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Start server.
god.
Did you guys get disconnected?
Yeah. Brandon, I got disconnected.
Okay. God.
Trying to show them that I have my hand raised.
Oh, that's enabled. That's right, because that's when I moved computers, so it should have all the same settings as the normal. I don't know. Server should be started back up again. We'll try this.
Coming back.
Try this again.
Looking at the overmap, the world map.
Maybe I don't have any. Everybody has basic. I don't have dark vision set up for anybody, so maybe I need light to be on this map. Well, no, because it's daytime.
I usually choose not to use light to see.
I see based on sound.
Exactly.
Colors are a bit weird.
And I saw the sign.
I saw the sign.
You could say it opened up my eyes.
It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Our individual, I don't know how map tools works against Foundry, but our individual tokens have like vision on. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There we go.
my God.
We can see.
I could turn it off completely,
maps.
and you can see everything. Yeah.
Hopefully that's fine. That's what you wanted. Okay.
So I guess we will do that.
Boom. We're in the map.
All right. So we'll say that it is. Apparently, it's still kind of dark outside, and you guys are walking up to the inn here. We'll give you some more information about it. Okay. So the Silver Flute Inn has a cheery banner out front that depicts a silver flute. It is sort of known for a traveling performer who stayed the night and left his instrument here as a gift to the village. So it's got a reputation for friendliness and for being a cheap place to stay the night, cheap and affordable. So you're all kind of directed to this inn. If you want to go inside and chat with the innkeeper or anyone inside, you can certainly do that.
Okay.
See if
Which one am I?
makes sense.
Oh, Ivy is old.
Oh, what a nice thing! What a nice thing to say when you meet someone for the first time.
Is this the drive-through window? I thought this was the door. Over here.
Oh, that's just a window.
That's just a window.
I thought that was the. All right.
There's
Perseus
another
is just gonna
window
wait
here.
outside because it doesn't look like he's big enough to make it through the door, or he's too big.
I
Impossible.
can move you. Look at that.
Yeah, we can cut that out.
You can always temporarily squeeze to get in the door if you're worried about your stature.
Always worried
It does
about
put
my
you at a
stature.
disadvantage if you're getting into combat suddenly, but you'll probably be fine.
Squeeze. Oh, look, Ivy's not creepy at all, and spelled IVY. So, if your mind didn't imagine it that way, it was incorrect.
EIYE.
All right. So well, if you all, if a large group of people come inside, there's like a cheery little bell that rings, and they do have somewhere on display, near the front. They've got this, like I said, silver flute kind of in a display case, and she kind of eyes you carefully and says, "Don't touch that. What do you want?"
Ah, yeah, we're new in town here. Looking to see if we can't get a space to stay the night, and then we'll come back with some other questions if you don't mind.
New in town? Oh, I thought I'd seen you all here yesterday. What do you take me for?
Really? You thought you saw our particular group? The skeleton,
Sarcasm,
the crow.
you big hairy.
The fuck was that?
Got him.
Crap.
I think during this conversation, Poe is going to pull out like a quill and a notebook and write down crotchety and old.
just 2 words of that and then flips to the page.
Put it away.
Is that the start of your investigation?
Yes. Yep.
Ivy. Nice.
I will be opening an investigation called Finding Armaline.
Okay.
Bestic will walk up and he'll say, "Yes, as my companion here said, we're looking for a place to stay and also looking to find some people that we're on the lookout for, but we'll deal with that once we get the room part settled."
You're
How much for
from
lodging?
the Pathfinder Society, aren't you?
No.
Yes.
Who's that?
Oh, well, 10 gold pieces then per person. 2 for the big guy. No, no, she's just,
Only 2 for me?
Yes. They've,
Yeah.
yes, I have plenty of space for you in the barn.
Or did you need 2 sets of 10?
Yes, the barn's only 2 pieces.
That's right.
That's fine.
But
We're also
says,
here for forgiveness.
Yes.
The false.
I was told that 7 rather scrawny Pathfinders would be staying here for a couple of days during their investigation. I see that my information was slightly behind. Very well. We will make do with the rooms you have upstairs. I don't have a larger bed than normal. You're just going to have to hang off a bit.
Perhaps a stack of hay.
Yes, we have plenty of hay, if that's what she
All
is.
right. He goes outside and just grabs a hay bale and carries it through the kitchen, like through the dropping hay all through the
This
place.
wouldn't be the first time a Minotaur has shat on my floor.
Really? What was his name?
Clint.
That's my dad.
Poe will look at Perseus and then back to Ivy and say, "Hay is for horses!" Just like, without missing a beat, it like pulls out his notes and writes that down, puts it back again.
1 sheet of paper again. Just 1 note, 1 sheet of paper, flip to the next page.
Yeah.
Hay is for horses.
Old and crotchety, and then next page, hay is for horses. Next page.
I don't know what mystery Poe is solving, but whatever it is, I'm on board.
Yeah.
He's not on it.
So far, leading episode title is "Hay is for Horses."
Yeah, there you go, exactly. Right
If we can get it within the first 10 minutes.
It feels like a Scooby-Doo mystery, that's for sure. To tie this all together.
So far, I think Ivy's the villain.
Why would you say that?
Well, huh?
It's
It's
a
the
way
way
for
of
you
the
stupid
trade.
kids!
As
If it weren't for your
old as she-
stupid kids and your meddling bird too.
Mhm.
and Minotaur.
Would have gotten away with it. Can you imagine them cuffing her and taking her away?
Why are they cuffing her?
Yeah.
at the top?
Thinking about it right
Yeah.
now.
Why is she cuffed up high?
They're about to put her on a crucifix. She's to be crucified.
Oh my god. This game
This is
dark.
Halloween, not Christmas.
That's the episode.
Well, we
All
do
right.
we do have Krampus here with us, so
That's right. Mother Krampus.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're all talking to each other, so I'll just wait until you have another question for me.
Nope, just to our rooms. Drop our stuff off.
Oh,
Unless we
okay.
need to, we
Well,
have
it's-
to roleplay that.
it's upstairs. It's on the other map if you want to go up there.
Okay.
there are other people here, so I could do my Eyes of the City skill. I could try to like speak with the locals to gain insight to my investigation, essentially more. Can I go ahead and roll for that?
Sure. Is that just like a? Does
It's-
that take time?
Yeah, it's like 2 actions, so
Oh.
it's it doesn't.
Well, it's
It says you can track down targets with the help of locals. So, like, I could ask about Armaline and see if I can find anything.
sure.
Using either the diplomacy or society skill. In this case, I would use society. And you could just
Is
follow the trail of creatures that you track.
Does it say secret check or is it something you roll?
No, it's something I roll.
I will
I
say,
got it.
I do like Austin's discretion. He came out pretty hot with that. If we do ask people about this person right before we go to bed, that does give
Well-
them time to go and like if they
It's
know
morning,
her.
right?
It's morning.
It's morning.
Is it morning?
Morning.
I thought we were here.
Yeah.
It's
It's
it's like
dark
the
now.
dawn. It's the dawn. The dawn dark.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I was figuring we would just kind of drop our stuff off, and then I was planning on coming back down and asking asking Ivy if she knew of anyone who like would have a lead on Armaline. So that was my thoughts on it.
Or
okay.
she's-
Nicholas. You're trying to roll. Who are you going to ask? Nicholas.
Me or Nicholas?
No, yeah, Nicholas. You're trying to roll on
Oh.
it, right?
Yeah, sorry, I froze. Just got back. I guess I'll ask the guy in the corner.
Okay.
Guy.
Okay, so it's not just a woman named a woman. Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the guy named Guy.
There's one.
Oh. He does
Guard.
look French.
Yep. A
Or
guard. yeah.
Galtian.
That's right. He's Galtese. He's the Galtese Falcon.
I messed
I
up.
figured he'd be less taken aback by my appearance than the woman. I don't know.
In his big picture, he also has a notebook,
He's-
so you guys could probably
That's
relate with that.
Right, we can talk to each other about that.
He says, "Unhand me, creature!" Jumps on the table. So you're going to talk to him about what are you asking him with your go? What did you roll?
I rolled an 18.
Okay, it's a pretty good roll. What are you asking him?
I guess I would just ask him if he's heard of Armaline, and if he has, if he'd heard where she's been recently.
Have I heard of Armaline? Well, of course I have. Everyone in town knows Armaline. She's always got her nose in a book. She frequently goes on hunting trips, whatever that means. It's tough to track down. She is one of the most eligible women in the village.
Sounds like the makings of the most dramatic roast ceremony yet!
This guy's name is Frederick.
Oh, I guess I could ask him his name too, as I'm having the conversation with him, like normal, you know?
He just introduced himself. He said, "My name is Frederick. What's yours, bird?"
My name's Paul!
Oh.
That's it.
That's it.
He doesn't get the
Couldn't
full
afford any more letters, I see.
Nope! That's
Don't
it!
have to worry about that, bird. I'm sure your fortunes will turn up.
We can only hope.
I'm insulting you because you're poor.
I'm aware.
I was worried you didn't quite catch that.
Oh,
You, are you with this gang of rapscallions that just came into our tavern?
you could say that.
What else could I say about you?
That's about it.
Oh, real talkative bird.
You could say that. This game's reviewing.
Oh, it's one of those birds. Hey, will one of the humans come talk to me? Not that I'm racist or anything.
You seem a little racist.
Quiet
Yeah,
down, bird. The humans are talking.
Bestic will come over and what you said that you saw her about around town. Anywhere in particular? Somewhere that we can go and like actually find her? Like any usual haunts that she goes to?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say she haunts anybody, but
That's me.
Turn
yeah.
of phrase.
that's right. I don't know. She seems to sneak off and find private places around town to read her novels when she's not off on one of her hunting trips. I don't think she's returned, but I'm sure she'll be here for the festival tonight if you're looking for her.
Yeah. Does she have a place that she lives that like whenever she comes for the festival we can
Oh, absolutely.
make sure to be around there?
Yeah, she's got one of the nicest houses in town. Don't ask me how she affords it, because I don't know.
Poe will also ask
Interesting.
where she usually goes hunting at.
Ah, that's the
If you
trick, isn't
know.
it? I don't know. She doesn't even really look like that much of a hunter.
Does she ever come back with game, or is it like herbs or you know, berries, anything like that? Like what is
You
it that
know?
she hunts? Mushrooms?
You're asking a lot of questions there, buddy. That's no, that's the trick. I don't know. She comes back with gold more often than not.
Gold. That's strange.
So she affords
And,
that nice house.
Why do you think her trips are hunting trips?
What she says.
Can I do a sense motive check?
Can you? Yeah, you can.
That, yeah. Is that just perception in this?
I believe it is, but it might be.
I think you can also like make the argument of like diplomacy
Good
or
secret.
society. Yeah, like it. Like I think if you can convince Brendan, is what the rules say.
What is your bonus then if you're trying to use perception?
It's +8.
+8.
Nice.
All right. So you get the feeling that this guy doesn't really know a whole lot, but he's not trying to lie to you about it.
Poe will close his notebook and say,
Really?
"Thank you for your time," and walk away.
Solved. Walks away.
That's all I needed. Thank you.
Sure thing. He said it's customary to buy a man a drink.
Well, like you said, I'm poor, so I can't afford it.
Bestick will kind of turn around and look at Ivy, and he'll say, "Ivy, his next drink is on me. Just put it on my room tab."
She goes, eh. She shakes her hand at you. Eh. Fine.
And I'll and to, just because she's seems a little grouchy, I'll go ahead and like pay my room up front, and then like a little extra as a tip, just to kind of get her on my good side.
Well, you
I
guys'
guess.
rooms are comped by the Pathfinders, so
Okay, well then I'll
technically
give her.
already been
Pathfinder's
played
got
up
it
front.
all.
I'll give her a little extra as a tip.
Okay.
Hey yo.
She says, "Thank you for your business." And she
Do you
takes the
have-
gold. She takes the change and just drags it across the table very slowly.
I'll do 3
Picks it up.
gold.
Wow. we're closed for the day. She closes the thing, runs outside. I'm buying me a new watch.
Perseus is hanging out outside for at least 10 minutes.
Oh.
Can you, Brendan, give me a secret survival check?
Sure.
DC 20. This is to predict the weather. I'm trying to see if it's going to be a windy day
Oh.
or not. If I
What's your bonus?
+6. If I critically succeed, I accurately predict. If I just succeed, I also accurately predict at least the wind. It's only if I critically fail that I come to the wrong conclusions. So I'm just trying to decide if it's going to be a really windy day or a not windy day. What conclusion do I
You
come to?
believe that the winds will pick up tonight and bring in cold air from the north.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my room then and put on the big hat that goes through the horns. So
The windy hat.
Yeah.
The gif I
That's
sent
cool.
is Perseus currently.
Yeah. So he feels
30%
like he's
chance.
60%. It's already raining. Yeah, I get that on TikTok a lot. I figured out how to label my room too. If you go to the other map, I think I put a label on my room that says Perseus's room.
Oh, good.
I've never done that in map
I know
before,
where
but
to leave the stuff. Oh, and she says, "Oh wait, you're the Pathfinders, right?"
come back inside.
We
She
are.
says,
Or back up.
"They sent ahead some supplies." And there is she sticks a crate up on top of the table and shoves it towards you.
How does she lift it?
I pick it up. Big old Minotaur picks it
Easily.
up and sets it on. Is it big enough so I can
Old
sit on
woman.
one of the tables behind
Heavy
us?
crate. Sure.
Okay, sit on the table and open it up. Well, actually, I open just the top in case it's filled with like apples or something. Don't want them to go everywhere.
Yeah, don't create a mess.
What if it's a bomb?
I'm not checking if it's a bomb. No disregard.
No-
I'll blow
no.
up the whole place. Yeah.
TPK.
TPK. Stay back.
I told you it's gonna be a short adventure.
And that's all, folks.
It's a go.
Time to
Yeah,
drop
shouldn't have
new
opened the box.
characters.
All right.
Actually, bomb.
So there's a note in it from let's see, the woman who gave you Eliza, venture captain.
Mm-hmm.
It says for the Pathfinders, hopefully these supplies find you in time. She says a few things that you may come in handy, and there are 5 cold iron arrows,
Ooh.
as well as a cold iron short sword. A dose of anti-venom.
I already have one of those.
3 minor healing potions. And 2 explosive mines. Lesser.
Ooh.
They were bombs. It was filled with bombs.
There is bombs in there, so if you want to shake the crate a little bit,
Are you
we'll just see what happens.
writing that
I can
down
post it
somewhere?
somewhere.
I
Actually.
seem to have found the source of the ticking.
And I think
It's a
we just
bomb.
It's a pipe bomb.
let's just figure out who's gonna hold what now, so we don't forget about it later, and have to be like. What?
Is anyone else mainly going to be like long range shooting a bow?
None of that is applicable to me, other than the potions, maybe. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm no.
I will
weapons.
not. I will not be doing. Like, I have a ranged weapon, but that's not going to be my primary thing.
I could use the short sword if no one else would.
I already have a anti-venom potion on me, so someone else wants to take that. So we just have to kind of split up a little bit.
All right, I posted in the thread. Do I need to repin this thread somewhere?
That would be great. Or just let's repost it.
Yeah. How do I share it again?
Yeah, I guess it's. I see it now in CritsNCantrips. Reap What You Sow.
I
I
can
would
lock
just go
it and
back up
delete it.
to the where you sent it the first time, and you should be able to copy that post.
Can I? No, that didn't work.
Copy the
There's not a
link.
Reap What You Sow Discord, is there? That we were just
No, it's a thread in the main CritsNCantrips channel. I'll see if I can find
I
it
see.
too, Brendan.
Got it.
Reap What You Sow. Copy link.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I
This
see the
should
link.
be it.
Yeah.
There we go. It's in CritsNCantrips again.
So the bottom I posted. I don't know why I posted as an image. It's just helpful.
That works. So who's gonna take the arrows? Let's just start at the
I
top.
think Poe will take the arrows if no one is in
Okay.
argument of that.
Short sword.
I don't care who takes them.
I'll take the sword
Ivy.
if no one else wants it.
I'm gonna need you to please stop talking, Ivy. Okay. Who's taking the anti-venom? I already have one on me. It shouldn't weigh anything, so if someone else just wants to take it.
Poe will take it too.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I have on my character, I have 3 lesser healing potions and 1 minor. So I'll take another one of these minors just because I can easily add it by just clicking a plus button. If somebody else wants to take...
I can take at least one.
Okay, take one of them ones. So there's 1 minor healing left.
Probably worth noting they're healing potions, so
Undead.
undead guys probably don't want those.
Never mind.
Well,
I'll
that's
throw it
fair.
You
back.
can hold on to them to give to someone else.
All right, and then I pick it right back up,
I mean, you can't. Like it's an option, you know.
and then I throw it right back on the ground.
Yeah, I've got 2 healing potions already, so but I mean I can grab them and
Yeah.
use them
I don't
as
think it
needed.
hurts.
I mean, Poe can take those too. Poe doesn't want to be a hog, though.
Whose character feels like they're most inclined to work with explosives? Is anyone getting
Explosives
that
are pretty
vibe
cool.
from anyone?
You just kind of like throw them down.
Bestic might.
Me?
I mean, Bestic might, but it's
There's
he's
2.
gonna be more. Yeah.
Split them up.
Thomas, I think you're muted.
Yeah, Thomas, I can hear you now.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought my mic was down. It's like, oh, I don't think anybody can hear me. I can take the mines.
Cool. There we go.
Did you want the short sword?
I can't use the short sword.
Okay. And
I
if you just
can
don't
if
say
no one else. is
I mean,
wanting it or
I do use a short sword if no one else is going to use it. I don't know that I need it, but if we
it could come
One
in
have
that
someone
we
have
would
it.
need cold iron. So
Yeah, that's
yeah, if
true.
you could
Yeah.
actually use it, go for it.
Yeah, that's my primary weapon, so I'll just
Do
take
it.
the
It's yours.
iron short sword.
Yeah. That works.
All right. A little bit of information, a little bit of additional spookiness. The innkeeper is an old lady who you're afraid of.
Right.
You tell them I'm really adding my own flair to this campaign.
It's very ominous, Brendan.
Yeah, so ominous.
Spooky gaslighting. I like it.
Right. I don't know anything. What do you want? Is there anybody else that you want to talk to in here?
I mean,
Frederick
yeah,
is not
after
the
we
only
get
one.
that, Perseus hasn't talked to anyone yet, so he might meander over to these 2 that are sitting here. Maybe pulls up like a second and third chair so that he has somewhere to sit. He walk up. Is this seat taken? Or are these seats taken? As he puts all 3 together.
My heavens. No, you can sit there if you'd like.
Thank you.
You
Me
all
and my
new in
friends
town?
Are, new in town, yep. I don't know
Yes.
if I'd really call them my friends. Bit of a spooky, ominous group you got going on here. Oh, skeleton slowly walking up. But shit. This my friend Brian.
Turns to
So
the side.
I thought-
Ah, fuck.
I thought when you walked up to them, I thought you were gonna say something along the lines of like, "So it's gonna be a little windy later. You might not want to wear a hat."
Just always start with the weather.
You know, it's supposed to get real windy tonight. Not supposed to be any weird burnings, is there? You know, I've never been here for the festival. That's what we're here for. We all need some forgiveness, if you know what I mean.
You need forgiveness.
Yeah, this is where we
Forgiveness
come
is
to be
usually-
forgiven, right?
Oh, it's usually freely given by those affected by. I understand.
greatly
You're new in town.
misunderstand the festival.
You're
Oh,
new in
God.
town. My name is Elise Tiraval.
Perseus. Nice to meet you.
I'm the constable of these parts.
Which one
and
of you
this
talking
here is-
right now? The male or the female?
I'm a woman.
I don't have any eyes. Got it.
Apologies. We try not to assume nowadays.
And this here is Guard.
This is God.
No, he's
Holy
Guard.
shit. Capital G?
Yeah, his name is Guard.
Guard. Oh, that must be Galtian, yeah?
Oh, it is. It's Galtese, for sure.
Not sure why. Never mind.
But,
It's the
I
movement.
don't know what you're trying to say. You're such
I'm so
a
distracted
strange individual.
by Griblar just moving around on his own.
He's
Really throwing
just
me off.
patrolling.
Yeah, no,
making
that's fine.
sure
It
we're
makes
good.
sense. I get it. It's just it was throwing me off. No, so tell me a little bit about this festival. Clearly, I had it completely wrong. I'm just kind of curious what's going on with it. Really, I
Well, if
had a
you,
lot I need to be forgiven for. I'm not gonna lie. So
Well,
I'll see if I can't
I
find
don't-
some enjoyment regardless.
I don't know about all that, but it is certainly getting closer to the time where the festival will begin.
God, what
Father
time?
Bertinard. I mean, I don't. It's an approximate time this morning. Father Bertinard will give the benediction, and he will bless the festival in the light of Shellen.
He's gonna
And
get
is-
kinda
it
kicks
is-
the whole thing off.
Yeah, that sort of exactly. In your words, kicks things off.
Yeah, well,
We try not to kick each other on a day of forgiveness.
I
But,
got the hooves. Just
yeah, well,
things.
it probably hurts a lot.
I act like I'm gonna kick.
This is so God. I mentioned I was the constable, right? This is the
So
guard.
you're a
would
person of
going to
authority.
go ahead and beat. Exactly.
You
You're already.
So you could give
Jeez.
forgiveness.
I mean, no, not give it, but I can certainly wring it out of you, as it were. If you'd like to spend a few days in the stocks, we can arrange that.
You know what? I've been lying to you. Not here for the festival.
This is my shocked face.
I'm actually here for.
you're not.
Let me pull up YouTube channel and look at the name of the last episode. Armaline.
Armaline.
I'm actually.
Oh,
Me and my crew, we're with the Pathfinders. My crew, our crew, the crew that I'm with. We're here to. Krenix, you see it? Or not Krenix, that's not your name. Wow. That's the name of your person. Griblar! Report.
Griblar. Report.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
so
patrolling.
my name.
Everything
Or
good?
patrolling.
So
Yeah.
This is the most unusual conversation I've ever had.
We're here for Armaline. We're just here to talk to her on behalf of the Pathfinders. We're not quite sure where she's at, where she's staying, being as that we're new to town. Any idea if you could point us in the right direction?
Oh, well, Armaline she's a bit of a loner. She doesn't spend much time with the other townsfolk. You're not going to find many people that can point you in the direction that she's in. I think she's been out of town on a hunting trip, and she hasn't been back in a few days.
Now, when you say hunting trip, as in she walked off with a bow or a sword,
Yes.
or did she just kind of
Something
walk
like
off
that.
wearing normal stuff?
She's always kept her accoutrement close to the chest, but I believe most of the time you see her, she is armed and dangerous.
I hate to do this to you.
You know, she
What's,
spent time in a rebel prison camp.
I did know that. Accoutrement? What's that?
Oh, it is a French word. It means things that you wear or carry.
What's French?
The fuck is French?
It's a Galtese word.
Oh,
Ah.
okay. Well, if she was here, where would she be staying? Where's her house at? If you don't mind my asking. Just gonna go knock.
It's the big one, right as you come into town. And then she points it out on the map.
I believe
The
it
fictional
was
map.
A6.
She adds it as a quest marker to my map.
That's right.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll see you in guard at the festival later. Yeah.
It's Guard. He's Galtese.
Oh, excuse me. My bad. He doesn't correct it though when he leaves.
I'll remember this. And as you're leaving, she does the finger across the throat.
Finger across the neck means death.
That's right. But it's like and before you leave, like you're still kind of in earshot.
Oh,
She's just like, "What What a strange man.
At least my hat's not going to blow
Strange.
away.
Strange half man. Half bull.
Perseus feels like he has enough info to at least move on from this location. So he might mention on the way out to like maybe Madras or Gribnar as he kind of leaves. He's like, I think I know where we should go. I'll wait outside for the rest of you. No rush though. And he just goes and sits on the bench and is like looking. He sits there because he's got his rabbit that's kind of been bouncing along with him. Rabbit prefers to hang out outside, so he's just going to sit outside and wait.
Okay. Is everybody else ready to move on? Does anybody else want to talk to somebody that's in here?
I don't think I think I'm good.
Elise, was it? Your name was Elise?
Yes, Elise Tiveru.
Are you going to eat those berries?
And she looks down, and there are these dark-colored berries sitting on her plate. No. Did you want them?
And a bat comes out of his rib cage and swoops them up.
That was the weirdest thing that's happened to me today.
The day is young. He walks out.
Full of horrors.
The night is young and full of terror.
Day is dark and full of terrors.
Madras will try. He's been kind of keeping to himself and staying quiet as the other members of the group kind of gathered information. It's not his strong suit, but he will approach Ivy and just see if he can get some like stale bread, something left over from the day before, or something like that, just to feed to his pet. Because he has a little rat. He keeps in his coat.
Everybody's got pets.
Everybody's got a pet. Oh my goodness.
He will leave as well.
If you bring out a small animal, Ivy's expression will soften, and she says, "How delicious! A small one." And she's very kind, and she gives you fresh bread to give to the. And she says, "Fatten him up for later."
Thank you. I'll just keep him in here for now, and I'll tuck him back away in my coat.
He says, "Left breast pocket. I got it." It's just.
Okay, so whoever said Ivy is the villain, I think we're on board with that now.
Yep.
This is just a nice, scary old lady who owns the Silver Flute Inn.
A nice, scary old.
So Redux would like to do a little bit of talking to Ivy, probably while a lot of these other conversations are going on.
Sure.
He'll have kind of walked up to the bar, ordered a gin and tonic, paid a full gold piece for it.
We have absinthe.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, give it gin and absinthe.
Hold on, did you guys say you have absinthe?
Yes. Or vermouth. These are the fanciest liquor words that I know.
It's the liquor words that I know.
The gin will be just fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay, sure. And she winks at you and pours you vermouth. No. Okay.
He'll ask her, "So, Ivy, what can you tell me about some of the unsavory tradings that are going on? It seems that Armaline might be getting money from somewhere. I usually familiar with these things in a town. You seem like the one to supply that information." And he'd like to try and use his underworld lore to as a diplomacy kind of thing. Is that how that can work?
You're trying to finagle this. You think that she might have extra information based on that. I will roll on my end. What's your underworld lore bonus?
Plus 10.
Nice.
And she's going to lean over and get very close to you. And like if your hands are on the table, she's going to like put her hand on your hand. And she's going to say, You're right. There are unsavory things going on in this town. I would look to the priest. Who knows what dark things lurk in the shadows of his candlelight by night.
And Redux will put his hand on her hand, give it a light tap, and say, "Thank you, my dear," and then walk
Say,
away.
don't fucking touch me. All right. And as the last, if you guys are all filing out, whoever leaves last, she says, "Goodbye, sweeties."
See ya, Ivy.
That's not creepy at all.
Don't
See,
worry,
Ivy.
Petal. We'll be back.
Oh no.
Uh,
Why am I suddenly hearing boss fight music?
dun 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 dun. All right. So back to the town square, trying to find where things are going on. Okay. I don't have a perfect map for that, so we'll just use the overall map. But I'll say that some folks have now started to gather. Let's see. Which one do we say was the church here? One of these is the church, right? Yeah, A1
I
is
used
the
to
temple.
A1.
Yeah, A1's the temple. So I'm going to say that an elderly man wearing a cloak of many colors is now outside the church, and people are starting to kind of gather in front of him there. I think Elise will follow you guys out. We'll just throw you guys all in town square. Obviously, these squares are not to size.
We cannot see if you just let us go. We can see the
Yeah,
map.
I think
we
we're
can't
like
see our
under the
tokens.
map.
Mhm.
How
There
about
we
now?
go.
There we are.
Giant.
Oh my gosh.
That's true.
Perseus
You guys
is
are very
as
big.
big as the building.
That's right. So everyone's kind of gathering in the square. Looks like they're waiting for the father to speak. Anything that you guys want to check out, or you just want to wait and see what happens here?
I think Perseus would be looking towards Armeline's place to see if someone. I assume we got a description or some sort of a picture for her to look for. So he's kind of
Mhm.
maybe trying to spot her in the crowd if a crowd's starting to gather, or looking towards her house to see if it looks like there's any activity or anything going on like that.
Sounds like a perception check. Is anybody else thinking the same thing?
Sure, give a little percep.
Mhm.
I
You
would
that.
like to say that.
Sure. Should we all roll perception?
Yeah,
I was
that's
just going to
fine.
say that Madras was going to follow Perseus at like a
Okay.
15, 20-foot distance to keep an eye on what he's doing.
There you go.
That's you want that us to roll not secret, right, Brendan?
Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
Roll the 4 for a natural 10. Or I guess that'd be a dirty
Nice.
10. Not that it matters in this scenario, but
All right. For the first time, Perseus notices that there are pumpkins here.
holy shit, y'all! I knew they had gourds, but I didn't know that would include pumpkins.
Exactly.
I don't know why I'm playing him like that. He's got +4 intelligence. He's +0 wisdom, so I don't know how to roleplay that very well. But
No,
He
yeah, I
didn't
think
know
that's
that a
right.
pumpkin was a gourd. You know.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
there you go. Intelligence versus wisdom, I guess.
And Charisma is selling a pumpkin-based gourd.
Yeah, -1 charisma, so
I rolled a 27 for Poe on perception.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I only got a 17.
So anybody beat 27?
Nope.
Okay.
Hell no.
So Poe notices that there's like around the edge of one of the buildings, there is a perhaps half-elven woman with hair of silver. Kind of matches the description of Armeline that you guys have been given. Sitting, she's like leaning against the building, and she's holding a book she's currently reading.
people like their books in this town.
We did hear
Sounds
she did that.
interesting. And maybe when I was get up on top of a roof of a building and perched.
Flew up.
And that's,
Do you have a
that's how I had such a good view. I do not.
Okay.
It's kind of up to the DM to decide if Tengu get fly speeds or not, but they have to have like a certain quality or like your speed that they've taken.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I did not discuss that with Brendan because I didn't think it mattered. So
You're good. Yeah. All right. You notice this woman from your perch. Do you call it out to everybody else?
oh yeah, I'll kind of squawk
He says,
to get the
"Ahoy!"
attention of everyone. Yeah. Look over here! Very obvious where
He
everyone
says,
turns.
he says, "Hey, listen."
Exactly.
Goes to trigger all the Legends of the fans. Listen.
Pretty much.
All right. So you all notice this woman who's trying to mind her own business.
Has the priest started speaking yet? Because I don't want to make
No.
Perseus doesn't want to make a scene as people gather, but if it seems like it would maybe be unsavory to like confront or talk to her now, he might wait until after whatever's happening happens, and then approach afterwards.
Okay.
I do want to point out too, this priest has the same hairline that I do, which is good.
Yeah, I just put in a picture of.
Major parking lots going on there.
I put in an image of Austin, and I said,
Gay priest? Is
No,
that what you put
"Rainbow
in?
priest."
Okay.
No.
We support all our
got-
brothers and sisters
He's
and
got two-
non-binary folks.
Yeah, he's got 2 crosses, so he's really getting it. I like
Dude,
it.
looks like he's
This is
wearing
it.
Magneto's helmet.
That's what he told the barber to give him. Just give me Magneto.
That's right. Give me the
Give me the
Magneto. They just started going up, and they didn't stop. What you're seeing is almost the back of his head. It's just. Oh my god. Okay, that's great. Now, Father Bertinard can start his speech if you'd like.
There she is. Oh, Armalites. Nice. Okay.
Really quick before he
She's what?
starts that, can I try and figure out what religion he is a priest of?
Sure.
Don't we know?
Do we know?
thought
I did say Shellen a couple times.
I think that inside they might have said something.
Shaylin? Shaylin?
Yeah, Shaylin. Mhm.
Okay.
The goddess of beauty or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Oh, Shaylin?
Mm-hmm. Shaylin.
Can I
Oh, that
do-
one!
Oh,
Chill.
shit.
So yeah.
I'm gonna be while we're gathering and waiting for this. I have detect magic as a cantrip that I would like to be kind of subtly doing towards the priest. I don't know how subtle I can actually do that, or if I need to roll something.
It's
It's the first time
Just
I've used a spell in Pathfinder 2e, so I'm not sure. It's a
blue
two-action
beams of
job.
light come out of your hand. You start- He's just-
It's a radar.
Pay
beam.
no attention to the great Minotaur!
It's a pulse, is what it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it
got
have a
it's
range
the
and
manipulate,
stuff on it?
Detection, concentrate, and cantrip traits.
Poe will make a deception check and go, "Who?" as Perseus is casting this.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that you don't really detect any powerful auras of magic off of anyone here.
I just want to
you
keep
don't
it
really find-
since it's a cantrip. I just keep doing it. Just
Sure.
kind of gonna let the pulses keep pulsing while
Sure.
whatever's happens.
Just check in every little bit.
Yeah, you
And
see
he
like
comes
energy
out.
kind of coming from my rabbit too. That's kind of how witches work. So it's really the rabbit that's letting me cast this. Rabbit.
You hold it up like a shotgun and you
Yeah.
cock it and start scanning it around the crowd.
Okay.
That's a second band this stream for someone. Right.
So he comes out and he says, "Will everyone please join hands and thank the Eternal Rose for the blessings." Good, he's doing it. I don't see anyone else.
We gotta do it
Okay.
through the cameras.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
I don't see anyone else.
All right.
Come on,
Yes.
guys. Everybody
All
do
right.
it.
Whatever. If you don't want to get blessed, that's fine. As for the blessings, that she has granted Rosehaven in the past year, Let these gourds that we carve be artistic offerings. And then he looks at the children that are gathered there and he says, remember, no teasing. Everyone is equally blessed in the eyes of Shaylin.
Poe will come in under his breath and say, did he say artistic or autistic?
I said, artistic.
Thank you for enunciating.
Artistic. And he says, every year we have Mercy Light to cleanse us of our sins and to put to bed the past and start this year anew in Shellin's beauty as the leaves fall and we light candles by the window. Thank you all for joining. If you'll excuse me, there are some out-of-towners that look very confused. And he starts slowly pushing past everyone to make his way up to the group.
Perseus is raising his hand in the crowd. If he calls us out.
The freshman in front.
The freshman front.
Well, I was talking to Elise earlier, and she said that this festival wasn't about being forgiven, but it kind of sounds like we're forgiving ourselves. Is that more accurate to what's actually going on here, sir?
There is definitely some element of forgiveness. You must forgive yourself to forgive others. Have you done something wrong, my son?
And he kind of just sits there for a second, and he kind of...
Would you like to give confession to the Eternal Rose?
He kind of thinks back.
It's really not something that I do a lot as a priest of the Rose.
He kind
but
of thinks to the fact that he he has a patron god, another god that he worships, the Devourer of Decay, and he's like,
it's probably fine.
No, not exactly.
One can have
directly
as many as
wrong.
two ideas in your head at the same time.
I can follow two gods.
Yes, well, I wouldn't recommend it or anything, but
walking in the same direction.
If it welcomes you to the arms of Shaylin, I would gladly show you the path.
Well, okay. In that case, no, I haven't done anything wrong. I'll need you to sign a letter that says...
That seems to contradict everything that we just talked about.
Correct. It confused me.
Perhaps I could interest you in some of the festivities. And he kind of grabs a knife out for this pile of cutlery that they have there, and he grabs a gourd and he just stabs it directly into the gourd and then hands it to you. And he says,
"Take it.
Go on, take it.
What do I
do? It.
What do I carve?
Use your inner eye. Whatever you can visualize in your mind's eye.
Perseus closes
it is all beautiful in the eyes of Shaylin. But if it's really bad, we'll just smush it and give you another one.
Carve. And he carves out a triangle.
That's what I tell the children.
Pulls the triangle out. It's just a triangle.
Some of their parents don't want to pay for the first pumpkins, but I tell them every pumpkin costs.
That's smart. You gotta make money somehow.
Yes, the coffers of the church are only as large as the pockets of all of our most wealthy residents.
But you don't pay taxes, so I'm sure that does help, right?
Well, I'm sure that you don't pay taxes either, buddy.
And Percy just turns and walks away.
Do you report all of your adventuring dues, I suppose? These cash-only deals and transactions that take place outside
they
of
add the tax into those. You don't have to pay twice.
Metropolitan area.
Oh, yes. And a lot of things.
The Pathfinder files for us.
The local.
I really got you.
It's good. Pathfinder Guild takes figure. I thought they were filing taxes for me.
They have an accountant on staff, I'm sure.
Yes, you should pay close attention to tax code number 4.
This is a spooky adventure.
That's right.
Tax codes. Look at you.
Keep your receipts.
No.
Also, your girlfriend is pregnant.
No.
No, I know that's not true.
Austin's getting red. Apparently, he's really worried about that.
Oh god.
I think you have to have a girlfriend first, Austin.
I'm not worried about it. It's just
It's just
that's the two scariest things.
I want to be clear. I was referring to my girlfriend,
No, I
but
understood.
No, I know.
That's deeply. Got lots of girlfriends.
All right, so after he aggressively puts this pumpkin and a knife into your hands, what do you do?
I carve a triangle. That was
Okay,
not
just
was
carve-
not me playing. He carves out a triangle
he
and
says,
hands it back.
Ah,
That'll do. Is that good enough?
he says, this reminds me of the early works of Mozart.
Who?
You know who Mozart is?
You guys have Mozart? At what point?
Also, Mozart's a musician. He's pretty far off. He's trying.
Yeah, maybe he just
He's
sees music.
Michelangelo, Da Vinci,
In
the
the
Great,
Pathfinder universe,
Raphael.
was
I'm just naming Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm
guys are
fairly
gonna
certain
get it.
most of the turtles are artists. I just am going with what I remember. Donatello. Master Splinter.
No, I get it. We're good to go.
Did you know there are like turtle people on Galarian? It's crazy. I've never seen one myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd play a monk if I was one, for sure. Ninja. Ninja monk.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, were you still talking to me? Looks like you're looking away. Are you speaking to a ghost? Is there someone else in the room with you?
Missed a field goal. Blake was telling me about it.
Yeah. Is there someone else in the room with you?
No,
Is this
he's-
Blake
he's
here
outside
right
the
now?
room, actually, we're good. He's in the restroom
Right.
now, so no.
Okay, well, let's follow him in. Let's see what's going on. It's 10 times tonight.
Get banned. One
All
on
right.
No, I think he carves a
it.
triangle, hands it back, and then kind of tries to drift back into the.
Is anyone else more talented here than this man? He
anyone
hands it
else
to one of
too?
his children. He says, see if you can turn this into a normal jack-o'-lantern. And you have the triangle in the middle. And he starts doing the teeth,
Perfect.
eyes. There you go.
I just started it for him.
All right. So do you guys talk to anybody else doing this? And there's just some free time, some free play here. They're handing out
We're like
gourds to anybody who wants one.
I think
He's helping the
Bestic
children.
Bestic will take a shot at carving a gourd. See if how his hand is at it.
Real. I'll say too. Perseus doesn't care about the festival. We're here for Armaline. Like I'm just
I know.
in the guide, so I'm like kind of doing this,
And
but
that's-
like trying to keep an eye on her, trying to blend
Right,
in,
and that's-
right. But yeah,
That's
like,
what
focus on
That's
her.
what I'm meaning. Is like I will do that while keeping an eye on
Yeah.
Armaline. He's pretending to be there, and not messing with
Yeah.
that. I'm
We just got called
doing my
out by
own
the
thing.
priest guy, so I assume that
yeah.
some of our
I mean,
guys
yeah,
is
but
gone.
yeah, being nonchalant.
your actions have been
Oh, I'm
observed
sorry.
by
Were you
forces
trying to go talk to
unseen.
her? I'll just, mum's the word. No, he moves on and is helping anyone who is like doesn't look like they know what they're doing yet. He'll just walk up to them and like really stab into the pumpkin really hard, and then he'll be like, "You have to get the guts out." Yes, that's art, true art.
Okay, I'm starting to sense like a hot fuzz situation here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's no fuzz in these pumpkins. They're brand new. That's what happens when you leave them out after All Hallows Eve. Yes, I know.
yes,
Right,
I
you
know.
know. That's right, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm not a comedian.
Get that hairline.
I'm an actor.
Hey yo.
I think while this was
Alright.
happening, Poe took one of his talons and made a perfect like crow jack-o'-lantern and just like carrying it around.
I think Madras got a hold of one of the pumpkins and took his knife and like tried to make a jack-o'-lantern, but it fucked up. It didn't work,
Mhm.
and so he just smashes it behind some trash cans or something. Like just throws it back there so nobody sees it.
Father Bertinard turns around and he goes, "All right, we're starting to run low on pumpkins, so conserve. We're gonna have to go get more.
Switch to the other type of gourd.
That's right. Oh yes, the squashes are fun. You can make little faces in them.
Squash land.
They look like leshies.
Plush. Ah.
All right.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, Perseus is just kind
Somebody wants
of
to-
chilling, watching, waiting for a prime opportunity. Is okay. I gotta ask: is Armeline? Does she carve a pumpkin? What's she doing during
She's
all
reading.
this? She's
Just
just
reading.
reading. She's just like
Yep.
sitting in like outside her house. Is she just like off on a porch or like?
Like I said, she was just kind of like around the corner. Like she's like like close enough to like listen to the festival and see what's going on, but she was not directly joining in, and she wasn't by her own house. She was just by one.
So we
The
like sneak up
alleyways
and
there.
get her like in a rear naked choke pretty easily.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it just seems like it's a general lull in what's going on, then we might, or at least Perseus
General
might start.
lull?
Thank you, Brendan. Might
no
start
problem.
meandering towards her.
Okay.
So,
I think
Yeah, I think he was.
you know,
walking
you're-
to her.
a fairly large group. I think if you guys start heading that way, I think she's gonna like surreptitiously like close her book and stick it in her pack, and then start to head out of town. So just
Right.
head west.
It's just like one of those things. I guess I just keep following her.
Dun, 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 dun.
If
I
she
send my
starts
bat
running, I
to fly
start
just
running.
right over.
You know. If I need to cast a lightning bolt on her to stop her, just
So
do what
be
you
it.
gotta do.
Poe will
Was-
say in like a tinny voice, I heard 2 car lengths is the perfect distance to trail behind.
I might have. Let me look at my.
You're following
that'd be-
somebody.
You would kind of
4
yell
left
out,
turns.
maybe. I mean, not yell, but be like,
uh,
"Excuse me, miss. We'd have a word if you don't
Question.
mind."
Stop her!
You said that is she like running or is she just?
She just like she saw that people from the festival were coming this way, and she just made a subtle attempt to leave the area.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and follow, but if she starts like taking off, I do have a feat called Sudden Charge, where I can stride twice,
Okay.
and if I end my movement within melee, I can make a melee strike against them. But I was gonna see if I could like try to grapple. If it comes to that, just
That's
yeah,
fair.
just a heads up. That's
That's an option.
what I'm kind of thinking.
All right. So she's making her way out. I mean, you guys tell me how aggressive you want to be with this, or if somebody wants to try
I would
I'm
yell
not
at
gonna
her.
be
stealth or try
aggressive.
something else.
I'm not gonna be aggressive right off the rip. I'm gonna hang back and
It's your prepared
try and
action.
see if she'll hang around and chat with us, and if not, then not.
Perseus, if you call out to her, I think what she's gonna do is she's gonna draw up her cloak and kind of move a little faster.
Ma'am, excuse me. We'd have a word with you.
I also want to follow, but I want to stealth while I'm doing it.
On the other side of the street. That's smart.
Yes, exactly.
Dylan, were you trying to say something?
Yeah. Well, I'm also just trying not to be too, aggressive at this point.
Conspicuous.
So, I don't know. Could I intercept her by going around the house like that?
Yeah.
Coming in
If you
from
want to
the
try
south.
cut her off from the other direction, that's fine. You
Mhm.
guys had time to kind of set this up here. So I think she's gonna kind of draw up, suddenly when you're in front of her, and she's gonna try to like turn to go the other way and see everybody else kind of standing there, and then she's going to be like, "What do you want?"
Holy fuck. Just heard a gunshot or a firework. That was a thriller, not a scared one. I was not a fan of that thrill.
That's fair.
Would you be a... Exactly. Would you be a Armeline?
Who is asking?
The Pathfinder Society. My name is
Ah,
Perseus
Pathfinders.
Shadowhorn. And these are my friends.
You are
The-
affiliated with the society?
I know society.
You are affiliated with the society?
We're
Affiliated.
working on behalf of them.
Hmm.
We just want to have a
Freelancers.
few words.
Even
Not here
worse.
to hurt you or anything.
Freelance.
Well, go ahead. Make your pitch.
Well, he kind of looks around, and he goes, "Is anyone else more charismatic? I feel like this is a time for someone. I feel like I could say the right words, but if it came down to a roll, I would be really bad at it."
If the
Yeah,
gods had to
definitely.
roll some kind of
Yeah.
cosmic die
Yeah, exactly.
and
I
add
mean-
my modifier to
Yeah.
it, I think it would not work out.
You have to roll some sort of a die. You would have to subtract a number to get what my charisma is.
I could try something, but it might not work. Let me just give it a shot.
We're just like trying to talk. Do you want to talk to her? Why are we?
It would
Why are
be-
we stopping her?
It would be a shame if you did not listen to us.
I think she's listening.
Jedi mind trick?
Brian, I think she's already ready to listen to us.
I think she hears us. I do not believe she's understanding.
This one here's a skeleton. They're real cryptic, you know.
Ayo.
Oh, God. Is this what I'm going to be subjected to?
You just hear like cawing from the trees, but you know it's Poe. Really
And we also know Poe
disappointed.
can't fly, so you climbed that tree.
Exactly. And nobody saw me do it either.
Exactly.
All right, Dylan, are you casting something, Dylan? Should I
I'm just
make you roll
intimidated.
here? Okay, you're intimidating. Okay, do you want to make an intimidation check?
Yeah.
Am I
Uh, Is that hidden? Do I do that, or do you do that?
Secret.
intimidation? If you're trying to
could
demoralize,
coerce her. Can I coerce her?
coerce are both not secret checks.
It would
I-
probably be coerced. So yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. 16. It's a 28.
Okay.
You are a skeleton.
She says. She rubs her arm. She says, "I met one just like you, in a Galton prison. He was not so kind. If you wish to speak, speak plainly."
The Pathfinders
Oh, that's it. She starts running.
want you to work for them again.
36
They'll
seconds.
help you. You help them. It's pretty simple. That's about as plain as we can get it.
We are each getting 100 gold pieces for this.
100 gold pieces.
I thought it was 1,000.
1,000 gold pieces.
2,000.
I think
Maybe the Pathfinders have come on a sudden lottery of
just
exceptional wealth.
Oh yeah, they're really, really wealthy now.
Well, as long as I have a guarantee, do you have something for me? You have a written offer letter?
You can have my 100 gold pieces if you come with us.
We do have a written letter, don't we?
You have an
Yeah.
introduction.
Did anyone?
We'll give her the letter.
I guess. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
it's-
we don't.
Holy
We
shit.
didn't keep track of who had the
Where did
letter,
this come
so
Here's the letter. It's written in common.
I don't have pockets.
Mhm.
I carry this in
I
my hat.
suspect it's not.
Luckily, I carried it in the big hat, which I have on because it's windy today. Actually, is it getting windy yet?
It's
Don't
getting a
know.
little windier.
I didn't know if I rolled
Time goes on.
how I
You
rolled.
spent 17 hours here carving pumpkins.
Oh my God.
nice.
Just so the whole adventure takes place at night. I'm just making sure. I'm just kidding.
Ooh, spooky news.
All of the transitions are 8 hours long.
We were following.
We
her
go
for a long
straight-
time.
That's right. We're straight. We go straight. No. So she reads the letter, and she says, "I understand why you have come, but my answer must still be no. The Pathfinders left me to dry, out to dry. They left me
Left you
hanging.
to dry.
You know, I
Left
was
me
saying,
out to die.
left me out to die. It's true.
Right, but now they're back.
Yes.
is us.
Got
And
this
how
offer
long
for
is
you
it
again.
before their current seat of power is burned again?
Well, if you're able to provide the right kind of information, you'll probably
Oh.
delay that.
So it is my information that led to the downfall of the Pathfinder
No,
Society.
it was your lack of
This
information.
is so like them to blame everyone else.
It was your lack of information. You could have done better. And now they're willing to pay you.
Now it's a
even though you
lack of
fucked it up the
information.
first time.
Oh my gosh. Well, you sound just like they do.
Thank
They
you.
say
We
the
are
same
working for them.
things. That's what I thought.
Is there someone in the Pathfinder Society you need
Do
taken
you need
care
us to
of?
kill someone?
Because you would do that.
Do you have 200
Perhaps.
gold pieces?
Man,
We
I can always outbid the highest bidder.
There's always a higher bid.
That's right.
Does anyone else have anything? I don't want Perseus to. Austin's personality tends to take over sometimes, so I want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to talk if they want to.
We should ask her about her hunting trips.
Ooh,
That's
Good.
fair.
do that.
You got Redux.
Oh, okay.
-1 charisma.
no.
There's nothing I can't.
I'm being too spooky right now. I can't just transition.
He'll slink out of the shadows, maybe behind a building or a tree or wherever he was standing prior, and walk up and just be like, "You seem to be off to a hurry. Are you going on another hunting trip?" He'll say with just a hint of sarcasm in his voice.
Yes.
Raise an
Have you
eyebrow.
been watching me? Tracking my movements? This is most unsettling. How long have you been in town?
Do you not wish to be seen?
My movements are my own. If you had been in a Galton prison camp, you too would move unseen. She vanishes.
Touché.
No, she says,
I know
"My
the
precious."
ways.
Puts a ring on.
No,
Um,
your actions have drawn the scrutiny of those around you. Surely you would have guessed by now.
She says, "My business is my own. How I make my living pertains to no one but me. But if you're asking, do I go on hunting trips, then the answer will always be yes."
Always.
Always. My mission is too important.
And what is it that you hunt?
She says, "Injustice."
The
And she
most
pulls
dangerous
her
game.
mask down over her face, and she says, "I am Batman."
I knew it.
Wherever there is injustice, I will be there to stop it.
Is that her Mercy Light costume?
That's right. I'm glad you're getting the picture.
Oh, it's Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Mercy Light.
Oh, be mercy
Asterisk.
Mercy Light, yeah.
That's right. But she says, "It seems you know a great deal about me, but I know next to nothing about you all. Please, give me detailed descriptions of your backstories, and then we may continue speaking. We will start with the short one."
You hear from the trees, "Don't do it! Aha! Aha!"
She takes an arrow and pegs that crow. No. But she says, "I do not know why I would trust you. You do have a letter of introduction from the Pathfinder Society, but these things can be forged."
Do we really look like the type of group that could forge anything?
I mean, no, but you work for smarter people, probably.
Pathfinders, correct.
I mean, maybe.
Starfinders.
Maybe. Maybe not.
You are kind
It's-
of alien-like.
Maybe. Well, let's just see. So I think when you guys are having this conversation, you hear kind of a hubbub in the town square. Somebody like yells, "Huh?
Pup.
Oh no!"
Would you
Which
mind
is happening
coming
immediately
with us?
adjacent to where you guys are. One of those things like, let's walk over 3 squares and see what's up with the matter. Did anybody not come over and kind of interrogate with her? Maybe you guys are more aware of what's going on.
I pointed out that I was going to stay like 15 to 20 feet behind Perseus, mostly to watch him and the rest of the group, but I would maybe be closer to be able to turn around and see what the commotion is.
A little closer than
Yeah.
what the rest of
Like
us
that.
are.
That's fair. Maybe
Yeah.
Madras looks around, and the people are upset because the pumpkin cart is now empty.
Oh.
And the priest says, "That was the last one. What are you doing?" And this child is just carving a big X into it.
Everybody's doing shapes like Perseus did. I started a trend.
That's right. They're just the
Just
children are learning the alphabet.
Now they've just moved on to the leshies.
That's right.
Yeah, are there any
So
pumpkin
they,
leshies around?
So they've run completely out of pumpkins. And he's like, "Oh, don't you worry. There's another cart coming soon. Oh, that might be them right now." And there's another cart, trundling down the road. But they it looks like they have some pumpkins in tow. But the people on it are bearing these very grave expressions. And they stop the cart, and they let kids grab pumpkins off the cart and stuff, and they like take the priest aside and whisper something into his ear, and then they find Elise, the constable, and they whisper something into her ear.
Can I try and like get close enough to hear what they're murmuring?
Yeah, that would probably be a
Try and
perception check,
sidle
right?
up. A perception?
And these
Perception
and
check.
these are guards or just other
Just
townspeople?
villagers.
While
okay.
like if I notice it too, I actually send Sylvester bounding over, kind of towards where you are, Madras, and I believe. Oh, just kidding. I don't have that ability anymore. JK, I thought I could see through him, but I did not end up taking that, so I do not do that. JK, roll it back.
I got a 17 perception is all.
Nice.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you're kind of listening, and maybe you don't hear the first exchange between these guys and the priest, but you do hear Elise talking about it because she says it again, like she repeats it a little more loudly. She says, "Really, Old Elm's farm?" She says, "That's terrible. I had no idea. Well, we'll have to investigate, of course." So you catch like one side of the conversation. It sounds like something happened at Old Elm's farm, and I think that she will make eye contact with one of you. Who talked to Elise initially? That was Perseus.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perseus
I think
and
so.
Brian
Brian.
over there.
Okay, so she's going to come over and see where you guys are kind of talking to Armeline, and she says, "Oh, good, you're here too. You'll want to hear this." She says,
All right, we found
"You're
our
newcomers. You're newcomers in town, which means that, well, it's unlikely that you know any of our townspeople, and you might have a fresh perspective on things. It sounds like one of the farmers that lives a couple hours outside of town has been brutally murdered. So I was wondering if we could, for the evening, contract your services and investigate this murder. To tell you the truth, the worst crime that normally happens around Rosehaven is, well, petty theft or a town drunk getting a little too far into his cups. Which is a murder is unheard of, at least for the last 30 years.
I kind of Perseus kind of turned to
Beth-
Armeline if she came over. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say I think Bestic would kind of motion to the others that, like, yeah, I think we should check this out probably.
He puts his hand behind her head and gives him a thumbs up.
Well, I look to Armeline because again, that's his Uncle Armeline.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
You know, that's what we're here for. Do you like the people of this town? Do you enjoy living here?
She says, yes.
Well, if we were to help out here, would that maybe help persuade you into reconsidering the Pathfinder's offer?
She says, do you not find it suspicious that these 7 armed men arrived at our town, and moments later you find that one of our own has been brutally murdered?
Are you talking to
She says,
me or are you talking to her?
She's talking to the constable.
To Elise.
She says, honest, to tell you the truth, I find these 2 things very suspicious.
Well,
I would
hold
not
up.
allow them to investigate. They are most likely the murderers themselves.
Now, Elise.
The last part she says a little more loudly.
About 2 hours ago, where was I? Inside, having a drink with you? You think that we murdered someone in that time span?
She says, I mean, I don't know the details. I don't know how long he's been murdered.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the men with the cart.
Yeah, I thought
The men with the cart came from his farm.
I thought you were
Yeah.
saying those were the 7 people that came in at first.
Those,
too.
yeah, those are
Oh.
Technically,
murderers.
there's 7 people.
Yeah,
that
those
came
could
in.
be.
We've never seen them before.
That's
They're
right.
like, yeah,
They're from the next town over. They came over with pumpkins and they started killing people.
Ask a quick out of character question.
Yeah, absolutely.
The barge that brought us here, did they leave right away or are they still at the dock?
They left.
Okay.
And they burned the barge.
Can't vouch for us.
That's right.
Interesting.
I said, so you do bring up a good point, and maybe somebody says that, and the constable says, "Well, we could dispatch a horse. We could meet the barge at Telwyn's Crossing, just down the river. We could prove how long you've been in town, but we'd also have to figure out how long ago the murder happened, and like, I got no clue. My medicine check is very low."
Yeah, I'd still look to Armaline like,
Yeah.
if we do this for your town, you gotta give us another chance here. You know, like there's no.
Yeah.
I mean, happy to go check out a murder, but if it's not a.
Go ahead.
the primary-
Convince me that the Pathfinders are anything than the self-centered, egotistical pricks that I believe them to be.
How do we
The
know if
Pathfinders
we
are
leave
not-
and come back, you're not gonna be gone on one of your hunting trips again? You're gonna be here when you get back. You wouldn't miss this festival, would you?
I guess you will just have to rely on trust.
No.
Really don't want to.
I've been burned by trust a few times, so
Well, you're telling me I've spent like 4 years in a prison because the Pathfinders left me out to dry. I say a second time.
Can I sense motive check from the trees?
Sense motive on whom? What motives are you sensing?
Armaline.
You don't believe me? I just said that. It's the same.
She doesn't
information.
know.
Okay. That's a secret perception check, right? What is your perception bonus?
+8.
Maybe you get the feeling that deep down, Armaline wants to trust you all, but she has been hurt one too many times.
Fair.
yeah.
I imagine you yell that from the tree, like on the other side of town. She wants to trust us.
She wants to trust us!
You've been hurt one too many times.
Keep chatting her up until she thinks that we're cool.
She starts firing arrows. in the air.
Aho!
Armaline, would you be interested in joining us here? We don't really know the town or the way out there. I assume that you do.
No.
That way you can keep an eye on us, make sure that we're good people.
She says, the constable will show you the way. I have some business to attend to tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Perhaps we could just accompany you on your business.
And it would be counterproductive because it sounds like you're trying to investigate the murder.
No,
I'm not doing that.
no. I am trying to get
What
my
if-
100 gold pieces.
What if all 7 of
Police!
us
Police
help you with
brutality!
whatever you need to do? We can get it done 7 times quicker.
I don't really need help with this. This is something I do alone.
All right.
Madras will sidle up and ask, "Does this have something to do with the gold you bring back in?"
Perhaps. I must keep tabs on a great many things.
Yeah,
Information.
I mean,
He's king.
I think we should probably just meet with the constable and kind of let Armeline. I don't know if how we can really give trust other than, going along with the plan.
She said,
I mean,
she said she would give us a chance if we went and did this. So
yeah.
that's
All
probably
right.
good enough for old Perseus and Sylvester. So
Good, as long as we are satisfying the
the
rabbit.
rabbit's desires too.
Always thinking about the rabbit.
Where's that bunny? He took my money.
Dang flabbit.
Where's that rabbit? All right. So it's like I said, it's a ways outside of town. It's over an hour by cart. Do you all have transportation?
No.
Or are we
Hell,
walking?
We took a barge up here. Didn't bring any pack animals.
Okay, well,
We can't
Yeah, I would
all
We
assume
don't
fly
call
on
it-
the
given
hoe.
us.
we don't call Elm's Farm 5 Mile Hollow for no reason. It's
It's 5
about
miles
4
away.
miles that way.
Oh,
It's only about
Can
4.
Could you bring the bodies here? I don't really.
Yeah. Oh, why didn't we think of that? Well, actually, I'll tell you the truth. The villagers that discovered it, somebody went out to check on him. Elm is our resident druid. He grows most of the gourds for the
Oh.
festival.
Beautiful.
They went to check on him when he didn't bring in an additional cart today, and they found him like that. But they left him exactly how they found him, so that the crime
Investigation
scene
could
wouldn't
be
be
the same.
disturbed.
Take pictures or anything?
Crime scene? Yeah,
The fuck is a picture?
We have several of our town's best artists out there right now, rapidly redrawing the scene.
Perfect.
They made sure to take the pumpkins, though.
That's right.
Left the body.
The
Take
cart
the
was already
pumpkin.
packed. The cart was already packed.
They're carving the image of the dead bodies into a pumpkin.
That's right. As we speak.
All right. Well, I guess we'll fast travel.
All right. So, you guys travel to. Let me see. I guess I'll just turn the vision off for this. Oh, I didn't drop you guys down here.
Loading.
All right.
Also, Brennan, I did notice my little icon was marked as an NPC compared to a player character
Oh my
token.
god.
Are we all NPCs?
So I don't know. You might double check that.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it's
The
marked as NPC, but then my name, everybody's name is PC dash their name.
all right. Well,
Did you discover the reason?
that's definitely the problem. Nobody was a player character, so you weren't revealing Fog of War
We'll add that to
okay.
my God.
to the list of requirements.
Elm's corpse is a pumpkin head.
All right. Can you see the map now?
Yeah.
The druid wasn't lucky.
Yep.
All right.
It's so happy.
So,
This map's so happy.
Yeah, so you come out to the farm. So they take you past several fields of pumpkins to get out here, and you see kind of there's a bit of a grisly scene out here. She takes you out here with one other guard, and she leaves behind a couple of people at the village, continue watching the festival, make sure everything goes okay. But you find a one-room farmhouse out here. This is where Elm lived. It looks like a pretty nice little area, little building. It kind of has it more or less. It's like a little stone building, lots of windows, let the breeze in. He's got lots of plants and things on the property. He's got a few animals wandering about. But his body is gruesomely displayed outside, and it looks like his head has been forcefully removed with from his body, because what you're kind of seeing, it looks like it was forcefully removed from his body, and like it's been replaced with a jack-o'-lantern that's been carved, and like the inside of it is filled with some of his guts that have been torn out. Like it's like dripping out bloody offal from this pumpkin that's sitting here, and it's like and his body is anchored to the ground with dozens of tiny roots, like it's like they've like grown over him,
Good lord.
He wasn't
so he can't even be
attacked
lifted.
by one. Okay. Jesus fuck. Okay.
He was a man. Father
Does-
Elm was, or not Father Elm. Elm was he was a human druid.
Does the jack-o'-lantern resemble any of the carvings that we saw in the town square?
You did see
And
a
any
lot
of
of
the
people.
artistic styling of any
Yeah,
character?
you saw several children carving very crude smiley faces into the jack o' lanterns that look just like this.
Just like
But
this.
that may have just been their level of expertise and maybe what what they could accomplish.
In the same
there-
household, maybe?
Music playing, by
No.
the way. I don't know if we can-
It died, so
got
I'm throwing it back on.
it.
Yeah.
Can I roll?
Died.
No.
Either
The day the music died.
I'm at S2, but I don't know if one's better than the other. A medicine to see if we can tell specifically how he died, or potentially occultism. I don't have very great. Only have a +6 medicine, but I have a +12 in occultism to maybe see if the jack-o'-lantern is any more significant outside. That's just kind of a symbol of the festival.
I've got a 0 on both.
I would say both of those things could give you more information.
Okay.
Maybe find out who's got the best checks
Does
among
anyone
you.
have decent medicine?
Negative.
Mm-mm.
Where's Elnat when I
No,
need
but
him?
you will get a circumstance bonus from me because this is a part of my investigation.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna do
I have a
occultism just to
+2
start
medicine.
with and see what we learn because I have a +12 in that. So
Okay.
I rolled a 13 for a total of 25 in occultism, just to see if any of the
Okay.
way that he's laying there or has been messed with post-death seems to have any sort of significance to it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that this does not resemble any rituals that you're aware of. It simply looks like someone with a great deal of rage took their fury out on this man. His body is like very battered, like he's got like broken bones and like bruises evident all over his body, and some things look like burns.
Okay. Well, I guess with that knowledge, maybe a couple of us roll a medicine check, like one person roll and another person try to aid. Like, now that we kind of have a little bit of a background there. Looks like maybe he got burnt here, but I don't see anything else that looks too significant. And I'll roll a medicine if someone has, like, what's it, DC 15 to aid for a +1, I think.
I'm not
Unless
trained
aid
in
is a
any of
circumstance
that.
bonus, and the
Yeah, do you have to be trained to roll it?
I think to aid, yeah, you have to be trained.
Yeah.
But it's
I
a
am trained in
circumstance, and is your investigation a circumstance bonus already too? Or is that a?
Oh, even if you're untrained, you can use it to recall knowledge. Which is what this is, I guess.
Would I be able to do maybe like a perception check to see like if it's like what the source of the burning was? Like, is it just like a torch nearby, or perhaps maybe they use some sort of like black powder or something like that? Like anything like that is what I'd be looking for.
Yeah, so I'll tell you guys that this clearing looks like emptied. Like there's not anything around that looks like a murder weapon of any kind. There are maybe a couple of smashed pumpkins nearby. Like, it looks like there was some amount of violence going on here. And then he was like dragged or, something out into the middle of this field and just kind of like left there to die, like out in the sun. So you can't even really tell without a more detailed check, how long it's been.
19 medicine is what I rolled.
19 on medicine. 19's good.
Nice.
13.
Based on that, I'm going to give you some information. It looks like he died about 24 hours ago.
Oh, really?
He's just been laying out in this field for a while. It's like sometime longer than a day, but it hasn't been like several days yet. So he died a little bit ago. And it's a combination of puncture wounds made with a lot of pressure. So like
Vines,
it's like like a very wide set of jaws, maybe like clamped down on him.
Mm.
But he also has, like I said, severe bruises and burns all over his body, and that's like all of those things.
Burned,
There's no
beaten,
one.
and bit.
Yeah, yeah. There's no one source of this, but it makes a lot of sense that he succumbed to his wounds. Like they are many
Yeah,
and
really
they are
rare.
grievous. Yeah.
Oh, good. It was a river drake.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I throw the pawn out there. I love TPKs.
Well, like I said, it doesn't look like any specific ritual was done here necessarily, but he was burned, beat, and bit by something. The constable came with us, right?
Hmm. She did. I didn't put her thing on the map.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Justin, did you say you wanted to make a perception check? You can go ahead and make one if you want.
Okay.
Take a look around.
Ooh, not bad. 27.
Okay, that's really good.
Rolled a
I will say
19.
that you notice that like obviously there's these vines growing up over him, but they seem to be sprouting from these patches of like brown fungus, and they
Right.
kind of like lead away from him into the house.
Like almost like if maybe he was he was dragged and they followed the body being dragged type of thing, or
Maybe.
something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Like that's one theory.
Hmm.
Okay.
I feel like we should have all just been investigators.
Next time.
Half witches, half investigators.
There you go.
I'm trying not to hold up all the story elements to me alone.
Yeah, so you definitely you guys can check out more of the surrounding area. You can take a look in the house if you want.
Yeah.
Or if that's all, if that's the information that you wanted,
I think
you
Perseus
know that he
will,
died a while ago, at least.
Yeah, I think Perseus will walk around the outside just looking for, in his head, maybe just where this could have happened. Like, is there disturbances? Is there a bunch of vines and bushes, messed up? Is there blood on the ground? Just kind of, and I think I think it might be a passive, like I don't remember, an investigation mode or whatever the other pastime. I'm hexing detect magic.
Okay.
I'm pulsing that rather. Because
Sure.
it's cantrip, so I can keep kind of just scanning around, just keeping an eye out for that sort of thing, but checking around, see if the animals seem okay, just high level perception checks and detect magic stuff.
Yeah, so I'll tell you that the animals seem afraid almost when you come up close. They like shy away.
Giant walking
They've
cow,
seen.
that's fair.
Yeah, they've seen a brutal murder, and now they're being approached by a giant walking cow, like you said. And maybe you would detect some elements of magic from inside, some minor touches of magic. If you're looking around.
I would yell that out while looking around. It's like, these animals seem spooked, and I'm getting some sort of there's something magical going on inside. Can't tell much beyond that out here, but keep your eyes peeled, people. Something strange is going on here.
Yeah,
Evil
as for like where the murder happened, it really does look like it was right out there in the front yard.
That's
like
where
right
it looks
he
like
was,
it
kind
happened.
of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that him checking around outside would take a little while, so I don't know if what everyone else would be doing.
I think Madras would like to venture inside and poke around.
Yeah, I think Bestic would be following that, the trail of mushrooms to.
Yeah, the trail seems to be the place
Yeah,
to go.
it's interesting to him, so.
Yeah, I think you guys should be able to move yourselves around now that you're PCs. He, like I said, it's a small one-room farmhouse. So you kind of open it up inside. It's fairly dirty, but it's not cluttered. He's one with nature, so he didn't feel too bad having some mud on his shoes before coming inside. The house contains normal things. There's a bed, desk, table, a couple of chairs. There's a chest of clothes. You see a shelf that's got a lot of fresh food and cooking supplies on it. A fireplace. and there are 2 pieces of paper lying on the desk, kind of out in the open.
I would like to read
Um,
them.
Use this
Yeah.
pen.
there's a note. The first piece of paper is a note containing a bit of a cryptic phrase, and the second piece of paper is a map of the area. Like he's got like a local map basically pulled up, and then he's just got X's on like there's 10 X's on the map, just like kind of spread out around the area.
X marks the spot.
10 of them, 10 spots.
Is one of the X's here?
Yeah.
Um,
I was about to ask it where they were
That's fair.
located.
Yeah, so you can do. Does anybody have knowledge geography? Might help you give a better idea of what's going on the map.
My character was not built for very much intelligence or wisdom.
It's fair.
Same.
I'm sorry if you said it already. What does the note say? You said it like a cryptic message
Yeah.
on it?
It's the word. I think. This is correct. Yeah. So it's just it's written in like some form of like Druidic, like some other language. But the bottom of the piece of paper, there's the word Whisperwort, and it is underlined multiple times.
Whisperwort.
I would ask the constable if they know. Is that a local plant near around here that y'all use?
They look just as lost as you are.
Okay.
They're like, there's been a murder.
Well, I would assume if you've lived here for any length of time, you would know a little bit more about the local fauna. But
To tell you the truth, we just relied on Elm to teach us about the plants that we could eat and not eat. There were so many people that died before he moved into town. Children eating the wrong berries.
best exchange
Parents-
that
Parents
that
feeding their
fucking
children the wrong
tracks.
berries.
Can I roll a alchemical crafting to know if that particular Whisperwort is used like as an ingredient for something?
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be not a very good roll, but a 14.
Okay. Yeah, I think with a 14, you're not sure.
Yeah, I rolled the natural 2.
That's rough.
Okay. Yeah, I have a plus
All right.
12 to that, so.
Does anybody have? I would say like you could do survival or geography probably to get an idea of what's
guess
going on in the map.
I've got
And then if anybody has spellcraft or linguistics or something like that, you could probably read the note a little more carefully.
trained in
Arcana.
survival.
Yeah,
I've got
so I'd be willing
survival as
to
well.
at least aid. I've got a decent, but it's not great.
Yeah, I'm a +6 survival.
I got
Yeah,
plus
same.
7.
Same.
I have +8.
Maybe Poe
Okay.
wants to take a look at it.
So Poe,
Yeah.
yeah, Poe can take a look.
Please try to aid.
I rolled mine and I'll just aid. I
Yeah,
got I rolled a 16, so
I got a
also rolled a
27.
16 to aid,
Nice.
so.
Okay. 27 on survival.
Yes.
You're trying to read the map. The
Yeah.
map, you can kind of like, oh, okay. You can kind of see like where they've kind of oriented the map around town, and it looks like the X's don't form, a very direct pattern. It looks like maybe if you follow them, it's kind of like a spiral. Kind of comes in on itself, like they're farther apart at first and kind of going outside town, and then they start to circle in town, and then they meet right at where the church is.
Church is
interesting.
nasty
I
business.
can't call it that.
We did know that we did get a clue that the priest is maybe a sketchy boy
Yeah. Seemed a little
from
sus.
Redux, talking with Ivy. Okay. Can we do? I know you said spell something or another. Can we do Arcana to maybe see if we can't figure out what's going on with the note a little bit?
Yeah.
I've got a plus 9 in that if I can aid.
Yeah, I've got a plus 10.
I have a
rip.
plus 0.
So yeah, Perseus would maybe make his way outside, fill in what he saw outside, and take a look at the note and see if anything more interesting jumps out.
I got a
I also
16 to
can
8.
aid.
Okay, and
Nice.
I rolled a 16, so that is a 26, and then 27 with the aid.
Sure. Yeah, that's really good. I think you're able to break the code kind of here. It's like it looks like it's, the same words are repeated multiple times, to the point where you realize that you have that it's like an incantation that the top part is, and it's the phrasing for the speak with plants spell. And so like it's a kind of a transcript of a conversation that he had with some of the plants around town, and they just kept repeating back to him, "Whisperwort, follow the Whisperwort, follow the Whisperwort."
Okay, okay.
So
That's
maybe
the fungus
these.
that's making this trail.
Yeah.
So if
What
we go
level
back
of
to
spell is
town and
that?
maybe see more of these fungi, they'll lead us to where we need to go.
You
Right,
also
like,
said you were
no,
detecting
no.
magic, Austin.
Yep.
There's
Yeah,
a handful of
something's-
magical things inside.
Yeah, I could
I
kind
think
of
they
hone
still-
in on them. I don't. Is it like a good enough? If this is this written well enough that I could learn this spell from this?
No, it's not. It's not a complete like scroll
Okay,
or anything like that.
Okay. You know what? I'm kind of thankful for that because that seems like a lot of rules to figure out exactly how that works. That was the safe answer.
Don't you just
Yep.
feed that to your rabbit and then
I
that's how
think
you
that
get
is
it?
a way to maybe do it. I don't
I feel like
know.
that's because you're not a wizard.
Oh yeah, I'm a witch. I didn't even look into it. I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna need
I
to
think
learn a
that's
spell
how-
during this." I know that's
That
how
might be
Kate does
easy,
it
I
with
don't know.
what's his face.
Mhm.
But
I figure
don't
she
know.
does it for a reason.
Yeah, well, it might be different for different patrons too, though. Like that might be a Baba Yaga thing, you know. I have the Devourer.
I think generally that's how witches learn their spells. But
Yeah.
okay. So I told you there were some things in here that look like they might be worthwhile. There are several clear vials of liquid that are radiating very faint magic. It looks like they may be holy water. He may have blessed some water.
Alright.
I'm not
Before
sure,
doing
but
that,
I'm
so
going
there's
to
there's
not touch that.
there's four vials of holy water, and there is a token of a holly bush, a little magical token that can be used to grow a holly bush and sprout basically healing berries.
That's cool.
Nice.
Okay.
So I will throw those two things in the chat.
Yeah, I might if I might see him, I might go. Because Redux, you're like the alchemy guy, right? Like you, that's your thing.
I am an alchemist.
Yeah, alchemist. No, the alchemy guy. That's the name of your class.
The alchemy guy.
That's the
I got-
profession. Alchemy guy.
Redux, I think this here might be some holy water. Don't know if there's anything you can do with that, but seeing as though I don't really throw
I
things,
suppose you
or,
could
put it on
Drink
things.
it if you want, if you're thirsty.
Nope. I drank from the well outside before I came in. Thank you, though.
Okay.
So yeah, someone else should
Hose every
definitely
time I
take
see it.
these, and probably not any of our less alive friends. They might not appreciate it.
Yes, it was turned to ash in my gullet.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, I can take him to throw.
Is holy water just thrown, or can you like coat weapons with it or anything like that?
Yeah,
I think
you
the
might be able
primary
to do that.
purpose is
That's
the primary purpose I think is to throw it as a splash weapon. But
yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. They're really arming us up in this adventure. Here's some cold iron.
Right.
Real
Here's some
ominous
holy
thing
water.
to find.
Here are the things that you probably didn't think to buy yourselves.
It's like they knew.
Yeah.
And then the token holly bush.
Hmm.
Is that an actual gear?
It should
somewhere,
be. I guess I
probably?
didn't. I didn't. I probably. It's probably named something different because that's what it was named.
All good. I will. I'll just note it down in my notes that we have it.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't matter as far as weight is concerned.
It's
or anything.
called a marvelous miniature. No, it's called a feather token still. I don't know why it's the only one that's called feather token still.
Is it a consumable? I should
Yeah,
just
it's
go to
consumable.
all. Feather token. I see feather
Token Hollybush.
Okay. For some reason, I just see feather token puddle or feather token balloon.
There should be fan, tree, anchor,
Oh, I don't know why it wouldn't
whip.
show me.
I don't know. But yeah,
I'll
so
I'll just write it down.
yeah, like I said, it just you can grow some berries and they will each be infused with the ability to heal.
Okay.
Um,
I have
so
added that to my list
that's
basically. So
everybody got a little idea of what's going on. I will say that if you come back outside, you'll notice now that there are big black birds kind of circling very high up in the sky, but there are.
Oh, friends of yours?
Yeah.
Is that racist? I don't know if that's racist. Call to them.
As we come back outside, I'd like to try and do a survival for tracks of anything. Like it seems like Elm was attacked by some kind of beast-like thing. So a survival for just tracks of the thing coming and going potentially.
Good thought.
Let her rip.
Alrighty,
Yep.
that is a 25.
Okay. I will say that you do find some grooves in the ground, but they look less like footsteps and more like a heavy object was rolled.
Perhaps like a cartwheel.
Maybe.
Are there pairs of tracks or just single tracks?
Single tracks.
Do we think there's maybe like some beast doing cartwheels?
Somebody with
In
a
the forest?
unicycle.
Yeah, unicycle.
You talked about going back slightly to the body. You talked about how there were like these puncture wounds that looked almost like something bit onto it.
Right. It looks like it's like a wider than normal jaw almost.
That's what I was going to ask was how big of a jaw it looked like and whether it was like a crocodile's jaws or like a wolf's jaws.
Yeah, I was
if it
gonna
looked
suggest
something-
a nature roll.
Like a
Yeah,
survival or
maybe we
something,
could make a roll for it.
Yeah, if somebody's got knowledge nature.
I've got nature at a 7.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Not bad.
Got nature to 6 is all I got. So
Yeah, I was gonna see if maybe it could be a survival check, but nature would probably make a little more sense.
could maybe aid with survival, different perspective or something.
Can
I'm
try.
happy to roll a nature.
Go for it.
Maybe if you've survived a
Oh.
bite like that.
Nat 20. That's a 27.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna say that you inspect the body again. You come up a little closer. Madras does, and he's like, I can figure out what this is, surely. And he, if you're thinking, predator, carnivore of some kind would have like tearing jaws, right? It would have serrated the flesh here, and these bites don't look like that. These bites almost just look like, like sharp objects were punctured through and just kind of came back out the same way that so there's like it doesn't resemble any predator that you're familiar with, or like it doesn't resemble a prey animal either, because they would have like crushing bites. Like they would have, so it's like maybe it's not a bite, maybe it's and maybe it's not a natural creature either.
Interesting. I will point that out to whoever's standing close by. Like, oh, I don't think this was an animal. It looks like something else.
And so I think the constable is going to ask you is like, what did you find inside? Is there anything else that we should be concerned about?
Is she asking my address, or is she
Yeah, she
asking
just the group in general. Like you guys are kind of filtering back outside, and she's just like, "What did you find?" Our men looked through there, but they could not make any sense of his
Can
scrollings.
I retroactively think back, and maybe it'd be like a negative thing,
100, probably.
um, to see what I think her relationship is, how close she is with the head of the church, like the priest. Because I feel like we just found some information that might point to maybe something sketchy going on with him. And so I'm
Yeah.
kind of trying to gauge how much we should trust her, how close she is with what's going on in the town, or with
You
him.
have society, maybe.
Yeah, I do have society, plus 10 society.
I could do that check too.
You wanna, like aid, like maybe you're standing next to me, I might whisper, like as we're coming out, I go, nope, I almost went walk-roon there. Do you think that we should trust her?
Slipping into it a little bit.
Well, I gotta get back to the country accent. Okay, Poe, do you think that we can trust the constable there? Do you get a read on her? Do you think that she's close with the old priest? And rolling really fucking well tonight. So much more fun when you roll. That's not true necessarily. 25 I rolled, and a potential
Right.
for a 26.
You got it. You got it from me. I have a plus 12 to society.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay. I should have let you do it. Oh, though.
That tracks.
Paul knows.
You guys are remembering, just like who was that? Who was at Father Bertinard's last bar mitzvah? So
Just the
yeah,
interaction they had outside, and then we talked.
yeah,
about
the knowledge that you
or-
kind of picked up around town. You get the feeling that the two don't really like each other.
Oh, thank God.
They're not really on the same page.
Same team then. Well, then when she asks that, me and Poe maybe come to that conclusion that they don't get along. Well, Madras here actually got that letter on you, or you got that map on you. Might like show her.
Yeah,
that
right
map.
here. He pulls it out of a pocket somewhere. There, he stuffed it without thinking.
This map, I don't know, get the right orientation on this, but if you kind of turn it like this,
It's a map of town
yeah,
with a spiral pointing
Spiral.
directly to the priest's chapel.
right. And
Do you
then,
think Father Bertinard is in danger?
well, hold on now. If you take a look at this, and I pull out the piece of paper that I was able to kind of decipher, you look here.
What
looks
is
like-
this? It's some kind of elvish.
Right, exactly. Well, I think our dead friend over there was talking to plants, as the druid peoples do.
Poor elm.
Yep, and they told him, the plants told him to follow the. What's the name of it? What's at the bottom of the sheet?
I'm sorry, what?
Whisperwort.
The
Whisperwort.
Whisperwort. To follow the Whisperwort. And then this map leads back to. I don't know if it's damning or not, but I feel like we've sufficiently helped you in your investigation. But I don't know how you want to proceed. Your town. We're just here to help.
Poe will call and be like, "Did someone say investigation?"
No, shit, that's his trigger word. God damn it. The whole ride up here, I took the last 2 days before I really locked in.
Really make me wish
Alright.
Gilbert got
Jesus.
you here.
Oh, what are you doing? What do you say we? All right, I can't do Gilbert Godfrey
Like
either.
y'all
It's
get
fine.
along.
Okay. So she says, well, if the symbols point towards Shellen's church, do you think it is in danger? We should warn Father Bertinard.
Well, I won't lie, the vibe that I got was that maybe it's kind of a Walter White situation where he is the danger.
No. Father Bertinard means no harm. He's an old man and a deluded one, perhaps, but
How long has he been in the village?
Tell us a little bit about him.
well, he's been here for many years. I was told that he helped the town out in a time of great need about 30 years ago.
Wow. Is he generally liked by the people? I get the sense that maybe he doesn't get along with everyone. Kind of like eyeing her.
Mm-hmm. And she says, "Well, I have no fondness for the man. He cares more for his church than he does for law and order around here. Never anything harmful, but Shellen's faithful occasionally play pranks upon the constabulary, and it causes no small amount of ruckus for us. And he does encourage the children to do the same. But additionally, he and the innkeep have some sort of feud, it seems."
And that's what the vibe that Redux got, was that there was
Something
something
there.
with the innkeep and him. So maybe...
I know. You came here to speak to Armeline, it seems. Do you think that she could be involved with this as well? She's not one of us. She is an outsider like you are.
Well, is she?
We've made
She's
her.
got a house here,
she's-
she lives here, she works here.
Yes,
She
but
feel
she
like
was
an
not born
outsider?
in. She was not born in Rosehaven. She came to us fleeing the revolution
Which is
2 years
probably...
back.
I'm sure that she's not the only one that came here.
Fled. Flung?
Flood. She flood.
Flood?
Flooded.
Flood.
Flooded the area.
Flew the plane.
Well, we had...
I mean,
No, sure.
she's the one who wanted us to help out with this, so I think if she was in on this, I don't think she would want us investigating it.
Well, I'm only asking because you all being here is forcing me to think much more critically than I have in the past. But I just wonder if sending all of us away was not her way of being able to hide what she was truly doing.
Now, I do wonder if this is Elise speaking or Brendan speaking.
We are one and the same.
Ah, scary, ominous.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What? I was so lost there for a second. I was like, who is talking? That's good.
I think everyone's guilty at this point. But we can't leave anyone out.
Yeah, I think we
Everyone's
got
got motive.
24 hours, so that's a good time frame. We think that that's when the body was killed, or when the person was killed. I don't know. I think we gotta follow. Well, I think maybe we should follow these Whisperworts. Have we confirmed that's what's on the ground? The brown trail of stuff.
I don't think you rolled high enough to confirm it, but it does
seemed to
follow
match up.
logically.
Yeah.
Yeah, wisdom
Okay.
prevailed.
Well, with the assumption that these, I get down real low to hear if the warts are whispering, and listen. Sound like they're getting some SPS.
So you're saying you lean down very closely to the fungus on the
do.
ground?
Yep.
You like put your ear.
Well, do we know if this is the Whisperwort? Anyone? No. All right, I'll check. Yeah, I lean down.
Now breathe in, good and deep.
Ah, skeletons and you're still alive jokes.
All right. So for a moment, Perseus is gripped by this nightmare of roots growing up over your face and into your mouth and nose and ears. And then it says, "Follow the whisper words."
Did anyone else? Where is that? He just is like has to like sit down, like kind of lumbers to sit down. He freaked out. He's like, "Hi. What'd the note say again?" It said,
Follow them.
Follow the Whisperworts."
Yes.
Oh my god. It said that to me as well. I think we have to do that. But I also don't want to miss any of the festivities. At least, do we have time to take a spiral trail back to the town?
Jesus. Well, I mean, we could follow the path that's drawn on this map, but it would take hours. It says we could go directly to its center and find out what's happening at the church.
But what if there's something important along the
I want
journey?
to tell you exactly what to do, but you should Think very carefully about what you want to do.
I'm
No,
gonna
either way
jog.
is fine.
I'll take
Okay.
a hard jog
You
along
see-
the hole.
Frequently off in the distance, you see visions of a minotaur running through the fields.
He's just doing circles though. I'm just checking it. I'll
Alright.
meet you at the church.
Well, I'm going to go back to town. You do what you want.
Elise, what religion did our druid friend follow over there? Druid religion? Do we need to bury him?
He was.
It feels wrong to leave him like he is.
Oh well, we've got another set of adventurers coming in after you.
No
It's going
shit.
to try and solve the same crime. Yeah.
Really?
That's
Like a rotating thing.
Yeah, it's.
We heard about
You're not the first people to
Yeah.
be here even today.
Wow, we
Like,
heard that before. That's great.
Yeah,
And
I hear the
druid
next
dies
group had a
every time.
player.
They always. Well, he's been dead for at least 24 hours, according to what you guys
God,
found.
how
The
many
guys who
times?
got here earlier actually had more information because it's
Really?
fresher.
Did they write it
Yeah.
down?
The people after you are screwed though, like because you guys went in and touched the notes and brought them outside. It's gonna be way harder.
That's all right.
We'll
figure it
reset the escape room. We'll write a new note. All right. So you guys go back to town. You got to go straight to the church.
Take me to church.
Everybody in agreement?
Take
Yeah,
me to
so.
Snurch.
Yeah, take me to church.
Should we say anything to Armeline first? I still, or do we want to go to church first?
It might not hurt to check in with her.
I doubt we'll be able to find her in town, honestly.
Yeah, she's probably going to be out hunting.
Okay. Yeah, the
She
church
said she had
is easy
business
enough.
to attend
We'll
to.
watch out for Armeline if we see her. Maybe go up to her.
She did
maybe.
want to trust us,
Yeah.
so she might
Yeah,
still
she
be
might.
there.
And we know where she lives.
And we know where she.
Let's just break
I
it
will
around.
wait atop this house until you return.
Opposed to standing on the roof like a bird,
Literally, just like
perched.
I'm like a bird.
So
25
before we go
away.
to the church, do we want to? Something I noticed that I was just looking at my notes that I was taking, and Father Bertinard, I think is his name, was said to have helped the town out with something about 30 years ago, and I think it was Elise that mentioned that the last murder happened about 30 years ago.
30 years ago, yep.
So maybe it's worth
Oh.
asking like a random townsfolk, hey, did something weird happen here like 30 years ago?
An old
And in
one.
fact, Madras may do that
Yeah.
as if we get back into town, like on our way over to the church, I might just like grab somebody from the crowd and be like, hey, I'm new here, but I've been hearing some weird stuff about the town, and it seems like something happened like about 30 years ago that the father helped out the town with. What's the story there?
Ivy is old, and we talked to her as well. She might be and she already
Yeah.
said that the father was sketchy, so she might know why he's sketchy. Like,
Yeah, she might give us an honest answer.
Elise just told us too that they kind of butt heads too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
So-
feuding.
So maybe we'll go, like, it's a long journey. Maybe we need a quick pint, a quick drink, stop inside there too before we go to
Yeah.
the church. I will be
So,
looking out
you
when
wanna-
we get close to where the spiral is to see if I see any more of the Whispering Wort on the ground. Just kind of like keeping an eye on. I don't know if it's like a
Yeah, no, I think
slow-growing
I think if
Whispering
you're
Wort.
actually following the spiral pattern, that's the number one thing that you notice is that there are like
is there.
clumps of this stuff like
Right.
all around.
Really, when I get into town, like I want to make sure, like, did it get all the way? Like, is it in the church
Yeah.
now, basically?
I will say that all of the X's are also out in fields, like fields that have been cultivated, and most of them are growing like pumpkins.
I might.
Interesting.
Okay, so if we get back into town, I might tell
Alright.
Elise if she's got any other people working for her that it might be worth having some random cadets or something, go out and check those just in case there's other people dead in these areas. Like that might be a worthy side mission.
Send the kids out from Stranger Things.
Perfect.
Do we know how many murders occurred?
So I will ask. So you're gonna stop some random person, or do you want to go back to the inn first?
I think both.
I'm down with going back to the inn if that makes more sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
At least the inn.
Man.
But I don't think it hurts to ask other people too. But yeah. At
So
least the inn.
you guys get back to town, and you all kind of rush towards the inn. And Elise is like, "I thought we were at church. Oh, I'll wait here, I guess."
You go get some people to go check on those X's. Go check out those other
Oh,
marks.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Please,
Yes,
please, if you wouldn't
you're an
mind.
excellent constable. And she runs off to go get more help.
She's really bad at
So Yeah, okay, so you're gonna go back to the inn. We'll go back to the inn.
Take me to the end.
Imagine it were daytime now. Well, if you go back to the inn.
It is daytime, right? Or what time is it now? After all
So,
that travel.
So it took you guys a couple hours to get outside of town. Festival started. You guys listened for a little bit. It wasn't like a long period of time, maybe an hour. A couple hours to get outside of town. Now a couple hours to get back. So it went from being like morning to like noon.
Okay. So it's time to eat some lunch back at the inn. Makes sense. Boy, we are a menacing group when we come in.
It is kind of wild.
Um,
So you guys go in. Who wants to talk to the innkeeper again?
I'll go up and
so
I'll go up and talk to her and
Oh, that's right. That's right.
ask for, what they have for meals there. Kind of expecting it to be, gruel and stuff like that, but yeah.
Serving for the day is blood pudding
Excellent. I love blood pudding.
or chicken noodle.
Blood pudding or chicken
Chicken
noodle?
noodle
Is that what
soup.
you said?
Exactly.
I was gonna say chicken noodle pudding.
Chicken noodle pudding. Yes. I like it mushy.
I guess where you get the blood for the blood pudding.
You have to have more flax in it, otherwise it won't get properly mushy.
Yeah, I'll ask for,
Blood
3
pudding.
of one, 4 of the other, whichever that she feels like giving.
The blood pudding is getting nice and cool, so here you go.
So good.
How'd you know that's how my favorite way of eating it is?
Yes, well, hot blood pudding would just seem a little too on the nose,
On the
wouldn't
nose.
it? Exactly. All right, she's happy to get you guys some food. You guys have paid for your stay so far,
And it would
especially
be wasted on me.
your character. That's fair. I'm back so soon.
Yes.
Was the festival not to your liking?
Oh, it's not that. Festival's been interesting, but we're doing some investigation here.
Yes.
Looking into the murders.
Murders here in our town. That's brand new information.
Oh, we're not
Oh,
looking for
really?
new information. We're looking for old information.
Old information.
About 30 years old now.
Oh, she shakes her head again. Her hand. Oh,
She's got a little head on her hand.
that's right. This is my grandmother, and it's a little, yeah.
Yeah.
Shrunken head.
Jamaican for some reason.
You're making me crazy.
Come on,
no.
Ernie!
Come on, Ernie! All right. Well, let's move on. Move right along here. She says, "You're looking for old information. What can I help you with?"
There seems to be a connection between the arrival of the priest and the last murder in this town. What do you know of this?
You came to the right person. If you asked anyone else in town, they would spin you a fable of how Father Bertinard saved the town from a witch's coven. He said that there was a cult dedicated to Girona, the Hag's Eye goddess.
Yeah.
He would also be the one who convinced the town that my sister was a hag and strung her up.
Jesus fuck. Okay.
So yes, if you're asking if I have a problem with the priest, my problem goes back 30 years.
That'll do it.
I was just thinking the same fucking thing.
All right.
Perfectly timed soundboard. Oh shit.
That'll do it.
All right. So I think you guys are going to hear shouts from outside. They're in there! Don't let them out! And you're going to hear footsteps. And you're going to say, by the orders of the constable, Pathfinders, you will stay inside.
Oh man.
They've got rifles. They've got
got
bayonets.
rifles.
they Pathfinders, you will stay inside until an investigation is concluded. There's been a second murder. And we'll pick up
While
there.
we were with Elise.
Yeah, we're all here,
Wasn't thinking about
so...
this. We've been with the constable for most of the fucking day.
Okay, we'll stay inside. All right.
All right.
Cool.
But,
Catch you next time.
yeah, we'll pick up there the next time we play.
All
It
right.
won't be next week, but it will be in a couple weeks.
In the future. Hi, stream.
In the future.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for playing.
Uh-huh.